It's nice job, Triple J. Give it up for Josh James Johnson. Great job. Hey, shout out to Chandler who's slinging the 5-cent beer over there. Nice job, Chandler. There's no line on the party deck, Chandler. Just kidding. Yes, up here.
Yakima Valley Pippins baseball is live from Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Welcome, everybody, to the final series of the 2026 regular season. My name's Harmon Johnsen, your voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins. And although the news today is Yakima Valley is eliminated from playoff contention with a loss yesterday to the Corvallis Knights, we still have 3 more baseball games to play and a chance to help Portland solidify their 4 spot in the West Coast League playoffs. Right now, Portland's sitting in the number 4 seed. Any win by Corvallis or loss by the Pickles tonight locks them in to the last spot in the WCL playoffs, which start on Friday. And so it is a very important series. If you're the Portland Pickles, you need to win to try to keep pace with Corvallis and the rest of the WCL South. Walla Walla, Ridgefield, and Corvallis all fighting for the first place spot and the number 1 overall seed. Walla Walla and Ridgefield are both 30 and 21. Corvallis is 29 and 22. The Knights and the Raptors are playing each other right now. Walla Walla is down in Salem taking on the Marion Berries. And so the playoff picture might be set for the West Coast League South. The North, not so much. Wenatchee's the 1 seed, Bellingham's the 2 seed. And then Nanaimo and Edmonton, Kelowna and Victoria are all fighting with each other. Nanaimo 28 and 23, Edmonton 27 and 24, Kelowna 27 and 24, and Victoria 26 and 25. None of them are eliminated. Yakima Valley not playing any of them, obviously, because this is the WCL South. But in the North, there are some very important matchups going on as we speak. Kelowna is in Port Angeles. Victoria is in Wenatchee. Victoria's season on the line at the hands of the number 1 seed. Kamloops is in Nanaimo. Kamloops is eliminated. Can play spoiler for the Nanaimo Night Owls up there at Sir Erskine Stadium. And Edmonton is in Bellingham. Bellingham has already locked up the 2 seed. Edmonton needs to continue to win to keep pace above Kelowna, who they currently have the tiebreaker with. But that might change if Kelowna's record can turn itself around. So, Yakima Valley not in the playoffs, Portland in. That is not going to stop these final 3 games of the regular season. The weather tried. It's pretty smoky here in Portland. Some fires from around the area have burned and sent their smoke out towards us here closer to the Emerald Coast. But that is not going to prevent tonight's game from being played. The wind is howling. It's a little bit warm, but not as warm as it's going to be the next couple of nights. We're going to touch triple digits potentially. So we'll see how this series plays out. Yakima Valley in their final 3 games of the regular season, trying to continue to improve on their record this season, which is already 7 wins better than last year. Yakima Valley comes into this game 9 and 15 in the second half, 21 and 30 overall. They're 7 games out of first place in the second half, and they are 9 games back in the overall standings. The Pippins 9 and 15 on the road this summer, a chance to get it to 12 and 15, 3 games under 500. That's very respectable. So we'll see how tonight goes and how the rest of the series goes. It's going to be an interesting start. Francisco Lopez is out on the hill for Yakima Valley, likely only going to go 1 to 2 innings, and then we'll get into the bullpen. The Pippins did pick up a couple of arms coming into today. Portland 15 and 12 in the second half. They're playing 30 games in the second half. They're 26 and 25 overall. They've locked up the final playoff spot, but the seeding is still TBD. Let's meet the starting lineups as the umpires and the coaches meet at home plate here at Walker Stadium. Portland, managed by Jim Hopple in his first season as the head man. He's been an assistant coach here for a few years. They will lead it off with the left fielder, number 49, Masa Chilcutt. Batting second, playing right field, number 12, Cody Niedowitz. And batting third, the center fielder, number 11, Kai Malt. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, number 29, M.D. Connor. Batting fifth is the shortstop, number 55, Elijah McNeil, the last all-star standing for Portland. Batting sixth is the third baseman, number 4, Grafton Stroop. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 20, Luis Castillo. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 89, Braden Gutierrez. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 70, Brady McKay. So again, for Portland, it's Chilcutt, Niedowitz, Malt, Connor, McNeil, Stroop, Castillo, Gutierrez, and McKay. Starting pitcher tonight is Ari Kligman. We'll see how his start goes. This is somebody who's 2-4 on the season with a 5.16 ERA. So I've been told by Pickles broadcaster Mike Chex it's either going to be a really good start or it's going to be a poor start from Ari Kligman, Jim Hopple, in his first season as the manager of the Portland Pickles. Now the starting lineup for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Leading it off and playing right field is number 3, Tyson Miller. Batting second and playing center field is number 8, Tommy Lamb. Batting third, the third baseman, number 6, Yash Gupta. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 25, Parker Bird. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 99, Max Workman. Batting sixth, the second, or the shortstop rather, number 9, Brandon Stone. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 2, Brennan Aoki. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 51, Jackson Upton. And batting ninth, the first baseman, number 16, Cole French. So again for Yakima Valley, it's Miller, Lamb, Gupta, Burt, Workman, Stone, Aoki, Upton, and French. The Pippins again are starting Francisco Lopez, looking to get the first 2 innings out of the way before turning it over to the bullpen. The Pippins are under the management of Kyle Crustangel in his 5th season as the head man of Yakima Valley. It's going to be warm here, and it's going to be loud here at Walker Stadium. The speaker system is sitting right near where my crowd mic is. I'm also sitting right next to the Pickles broadcaster Mike Chex. And so I've got my muffs turned way up into my ears, but hopefully going to get some texts from my family who I know is listening back in Nebraska as to how the sound is mixed. I've got it set for a normal booth, but this is anything but a normal booth here at Walker Stadium. We're all scrunched together up here at this ballpark that, in terms of the West Coast League, is the smallest ballpark in the league. It's only 335 to the base of the center field wall. Of course, it is a 15 to 16-foot wall. And a tree line out there as well. You do have to get it up to get it out, but then to the poles, it's only about 300, might even be shorter, might be closer to 290, and it's a 2 to 3 foot tall fence out there as well. So probably going to see some home runs. The wind does blow in. This field faces northwest. And so the setting sun is currently off towards the left field pole. It's going to play tricks on us for the first 3 to 4 innings of this game. The tree line ironically dips down to a V shape. And so if the sun was setting directly behind center field, we'd actually be rid of its brightness a little bit sooner. The lights are on. The start times are always late here at Walker Stadium, 7:15. Everybody has gotten underway before us, and the rest of those games around the league are as follows. Kelowna and Port Angeles. Victoria is in Wenatchee. Walla Walla is in Salem, taking on the Marion Berries. Bend is in Springfield. Kamloops is in Nanaimo. Corvallis is in Ridgefield. That's a very important game. Edmonton is at Bellingham. And, of course, Yakima Valley here at Portland. 3 games left in the regular season. That's all we got. For Pippins baseball is done until 2027. The Portland Pickles are playoff bound. We'll see if that affects their lineup at all throughout the rest of this series. We're going to take a quick break to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The Pickles are lined up out there on the field. The Pippins in front of their first base dugout. Enjoy the rendition of our national anthem. We'll have first pitch in just a moment.
Thank you so much.
Strikes and runs. Stars just go there.
It's time for baseball here at Walker Stadium as the Portland Pickles and the Yakima Valley Pippins do battle in game one of the final three-game series of 2026. The Pickles taking the field defensively. They will have Ari Klingman towing the slab, wearing their white uniforms with Pickles in navy script across the chest, white tops, white bottoms, navy numerals, navy caps, and a wide assortment of high navy socks as well. Ari Klingman wearing number 95, 29 and 2/3 innings, 29 hits, 20 runs, 17 of them earned, 11 walks and 26 strikeouts. He's 2-4 on the summer with 7 games played. He has started 5.16 ERA for Ari Klingman. Last time out was against the Bend Elks. He went 7 innings taking the loss, gave up only 2 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts for Klingman. Defense behind him from left to right in the outfield. Masa Chilcutt in left. You've got Kai Malt in center. Cody Niedowitz in right. On the infield, Grafton Stroop at third. Elijah McNeil at short. Playing second base is Brady McKay. Playing first is M.D. Connor. Doing the catching for Ari Klingman is Braden Gutierrez. Tyson Miller, Tommy Lamb, Yash Gupta, the first 3 due up for Yakima Valley tonight. Tyson continues to be that leadoff man for the Pippins, as Yakima Valley will be wearing their blue tops with gray pants, those white block Pippins across the chest with the apple stick logo underneath the word mark, blue caps to go along with the blue tops and the gray pants today. The throw is going down to second base, and we are ready for baseball here at Walker Stadium. Going to be just a few minutes behind schedule. Pippins are staying down in the city center of Portland, so it'll be about a 30-minute drive to get back to the hotel after this one's all said and done. Pippins hoping to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight here in Portland. The lone left-handed bat for Yakima Valley, Tyson Miller, digging in. Smoke-covered skies here in Portland, and Klingman out of the stretch. Going to fire the first bullet in right now, and it's fouled back to the screen for strike number 1. 7:18 p.m. here in the Rose City. Weather conditions, it is clear skies, 79 degrees, but there is a bunch of smoke in the air from wildfires across the state of Oregon. 1 pitch, called a strike at the top of the zone. 0-2. Henry DeJesus is the man calling the balls and strikes. Kyle Sisk is in the field. The Pippins fittingly seeing this umpiring crew one more time here in 2026. Tyson quickly in an 0-2 hole. Klingman fires it in, and it's stroked out to center field, down for a base hit. Tyson Miller leads off the game with a knock for Yakima Valley. That's a good start. The Pippins only had 1 hit all of yesterday. This is probably a good indication they'll have at least 2 tonight. So smoky skies overhead. Getting a quick look at the AQI as well, as digging in is Tommy Lamb, the center fielder. Lamb batting from the right side, standing at the back of the box. First pitch showing bunt. It's high from Ari Kligman. 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Kligman. He can get up to 88. Tommy on the season for Yakima Valley, batting .295. This is game number 22 for Lamb, a native of Kennewick, Washington. Tyson dancing off of first, stops. The 1-0 pitch from Kligman. This is down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Tommy had a decent series in Corvallis when it seemed the Pippins couldn't get anything going. He had 3 hits, 2 of them coming on Saturday, going 2 for 4. Set at the letters. Kligman going to throw on to first, and Tommy's back in standing. So the count still 2 balls and no strikes. Large crowd here at Walker Stadium, as there usually is. The promotion tonight, I believe, was 5-cent beer night. They have tubs full of beer laying around. Tyson takes off from first. The fastball is high. The throw gets away and into center field from Brady McKay. Tyson laying on the ground for a second. He gets up. Looks like he slid a little hard into the bag with his shoulder. Stolen base for Tyson. He did not advance, so there's no error added on top. 3 balls, no strikes, as 85 was way upstairs from Ari Kligman. Pippins trying to get something going early on here. Last night scored in the 3rd inning. That was one of only 2 runs they got. Kligman looking in for the sign, now coming set right below his neckline. Takes a deep breath, doesn't look to second. 3-0, Tommy taking all the way. It's downstairs, ball 4. Ramped it up to 87 on the radar gun, but a single, now a walk. The first 2 Pippins have reached. Here comes Yash Gupta.
Third baseman in the thing. Yeah,
Gupta playing third today, like he has for every game since he's been a Pippin. Gupta 2 seasons at Whitworth College. Standing in there at 5'9" in the right-hand batter's box. Kligman in a little bit of a pickle, pun intended. Gupta drops a bunt down up the third base line. Kligman off the mound, waiting for someone to cover. The throw is low, but it is dug out. MD Connor makes his way back to the first base bag. So Gupta sacrifices himself, scored a sac bunt on a 1-3 putout. And the Pippins have 2 men in scoring position for Parker Burt. Good job by Yash to do a job. Parker, the lone all-star position player, still on the squad for Yakima Valley. Hitting .303 still for the Pippins. This is game number 47. Kligman. First offering, wave and a miss. Big hack from Parker. That was 88, just a touch away. No balls and a strike. Parker, kind of the heartbeat of this team. He's got 50 hits on the summer if you include his non-league action. He's got 30 RBI and 30 runs scored. He's been hitting cleanup all year. 0-1 from Ari Kligman. Fastball misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pippins would love to score in the first inning. The last time they did that was the home finale on July 30th against the Drifters. They scored 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, and a couple more runs in the 3rd inning of that game. 1-1. Parker cuts and misses on a pitch down and away. So now the count 1-2. That's the only thing Parker's kind of struggled with the last week or so, is he's only got 1 hit in his last 11 at-bats. If you want to add 5 more with an 0-for-5 day against Springfield into that equation, Parker's batting average this week is not too stellar. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, laid off. It was downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. My vantage point here in the press box at Walker Stadium, right behind home plate. There's a cameraman in front of me blocking third base. Mike checks to my left. A little bit of open space before Gary, the official scorer, to my right. 2-2 pitch. Parker got a piece to stay alive. The backstop here at Walker Stadium, very short. Going to see a lot more wild ricochets on passed balls and wild pitches. Bright sunshine sticking up over the cameraman's head right now. As the sun continues to set through the smoke, that air quality index I was talking about, sitting at 92, which is considered moderate. 2-2, shot through the right side. This is down for a base hit. Tyson's going to score easily. Tommy gets the stop sign. Yakima Valley leads it 1-0 on an RBI single by Parker Bird. So just as I was saying that Parker only had one hit in the series against Corvallis, he picks up a hit and an RBI in his first at-bat here in Portland, and the Pippins lead it 1-0 over the Pickles. Here's Max Workman, the left fielder. Yakima Valley, as a franchise, has really struggled here at Walker Stadium. In Portland, all-time, they trail the all-time series 13-2. Yakima Valley has only won 2 games in this ballpark since they have started playing the Pickles. Workman stands in. Kligman, first offering, a fastball sent straight back to the netting. 0-1. Max Workman on the summer with Yakima Valley, playing in just his 7th game. He joined the Pippins ahead of the Springfield series and then picked up 2 hits against the Corvallis Knights, one on Friday, one on Saturday. That means he's batting only .091. Kligman set at the neckline, the 0-1. This is a changeup outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker Burt not a candidate really to steal a base over there at first, but we'll see if he goes in motion at all with Tommy Lamb over at third. Pippins did that a bunch early on in the summer. 1-1 on the way from Kligman. Wave and a miss at a breaking ball by Max Workman. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parker shortened up on a 2-strike pitch and was able to take it into right field. Let's see if Workman can do the same. That would make it 2-0 Yakima Valley. With Spokane Falls, Workman batted .324 with 45 hits. He also had 6 home runs. 1-2, breaking ball outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pippins occupying the first base dugout tonight. Portland in the third base dugout. Dugouts here aren't necessarily dug out. It's more so just a little miniature roof over a couple of walls. Very intimate place to play and watch a baseball game here at Walker Stadium. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Max Workman. Kligman set. Here it comes. It is fouled off the pole, holding up the backstop netting. Still 2-2. That's another interesting thing. If you're synced with the audio to the video for Portland and listening to my stream, but seeing the Portland stream, there are 2 giant branded poles that are right back here at the main area where people are looking through. 2-2. High fastball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. They're the original pickle shot, but they kind of obstruct the view just a little bit, depending on where you're looking. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners are at the corners for Yakima Valley. 1 run home, 2 hits on the board. Kligman with 1 out to his name. The payoff pitch is a breaking ball swung on and missed in the left-hand batter's box. First strikeout for Ari Kligman. There's 2 away here in the top half of the first inning. That is strikeout number 1 for Ari Kligman.
That was a nice round of applause for Came out there.
That'll bring up Brandon Stone, the shortstop. Stone heading to Washington State here in just a couple of weeks. Incoming freshman from East Valley. Stone batting .200 for Yakima Valley. First pitch upstairs. 88 on the gun for Kligman. 1-0. This is game number 18 for Brandon Stone. 20 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's got 2 doubles. Hoping to find number 3 here. That would give the Pippins a 2-run lead. Parker's taking off from first. Fastball, they're going to throw down towards second. Here comes Tommy Lamb on the way to the plate, and Portland got him. Pickles not fooled by the deep by Parker Bird. He's able to steal second, but Tommy Lamb unable to follow him on the way to the plate. Yakima Valley does score one, though. It's 1 run on 2 hits. No errors by Portland, and 1 runner left on base. To the bottom of the first inning we go. Yakima Valley 1, Portland coming up. You're listening to Pippins Baseball from Portland.
How many t-shirts do we have left? 4 no? We have 4 5-cent beer night shirts left in the merch area. If you're dying to get one of those beauties, the time is now. I got escorted out of 5-cent beer night, so it says. All right, get down there and get it. If your beer needs a full paragraph description to explain what it is, just stop. Grab a slapping pickle brewed by Friedrich Brewing in the Downs. Cold crisp, no nonsense, like a fastball down the middle. It's the official one more before they get in. Beer up at Wolfman Pickles. So the next trip to the concession stand, skip the fancy. Get something that actually tastes like Pickles baseball. Say it loud, slap a pickle. Drink up. Let's go, Pickles. Need a portable toilet? Sure you do. Choose Willie Macon, who provides superior disinfectant portable toilets with unmatched customer service. Give our friendly office staff a call. Set up your portable toilet rental time. Willie Macon, clean and reliable. Give it to your needs.
Bottom half of the first inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium, located in Lent Park here in one of the outskirts of Portland. Francisco Lopez up to the slab with a 1-0 lead. Yakima Valley getting 1 run on 2 hits, and caught stealing at the plate is Tommy Lamb. 2-6-2 is the putout. Francisco Lopez making his first start of the summer. He's pitched in 12 games, 10 2/3 innings, 14 strikeouts to only 3 walks, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, and a 4.22 ERA. Opponents hitting .238 against Cisco, hoping to kind of be an opener here for the bullpen. Cisco being tasked with 3 to 6 outs, as Masa Chilcutt, Cody Niedowitz, and Kai Malt will be the 3 batters up. Defense for Yakima Valley. Max Workman out in left, Tommy Lamb in center, Tyson Miller in right, Yash Gupta at third, Brandon Stone at short, Brennan Aoki at second, and Cole French at first. Jackson Upton, who was the starting pitcher yesterday for Yakima Valley, doing the catching for Francisco Lopez. Masa Chilcutt digs in for the Portland Pickles. Chilcutt from Rice, a native of San Antonio, Texas. This is game number 40 for Chilcutt. Out of the windup for Francisco, a breaking ball laced out towards second and caught by Aoki. 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom half of the first. Masa Chilcutt lines out to Brennan Aoki. Good start for Cisco.
Pickle did the right fielder.
He'll take that. Maybe that'll get him through 3 innings. Here's Cody Niedowitz. Niedowitz from Carlsbad, California, attending the University of Portland. So staying close to his spring home, playing for the Pickles here in 2026. He's batting .301. Game number 31 for Cody Niedowitz. The first pitch is downstairs from Francisco Lopez. 1 ball and no strikes. Niedowitz in the left-hand batter's box. 2 seasons at Portland. Batted .300 in his first season, and then .279 this most recent spring, as Cisco misses high and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
Go Pickles. Let's go Pickles.
Lopez into the windup. The 2-0. That's taken at the top of the zone for a strike. Henry DeJesus, the man calling the balls and strikes back there. His partner Kyle Sisk over behind first base right now. 2-1. High and tight, brushes away Cody Niedowitz. 3 balls and a strike. Cisco did not give up an earned run until just recently in the grand scheme of the season. His first earned run against him came on the 21st of June against the Marion Berries. 3-1, laced back into center field for a base hit. Cody Niedowitz breaks the 0 in the hit column for the Pickles, and a 1-out base runner is aboard. I'll bring up Kai Malt.
The center fielder from UC Davis. Number 11.
Malt from UC Davis, a native of Santa Barbara, California. Batting .370 in 37 games with the Portland Pickles. 54 hits, including 8 doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs. He's also walked 14 times and driven in 32 runs. First pitch from Francisco misses just down and away, 1-0. Cisco's fastball going to be up to 85. Definitely not going to overpower you. He's more so looking for control and location. Cisco coming set at his head, the 1-0. There's a strike at the top part of the zone, inside, 1-1. Kai Malt playing center field for Portland, so all three outfielders in the top third of the order for the Pickles. Cisco's 1-1. Breaking ball just misses high and away. 2 balls and a strike. This is definitely a different angle than I'm used to on the season. Henry DeJesus and the catchers block off most of the area, so I have to turn my head up and look at the TrackMan data up on the TV high here in the press box. 2-1 misses inside, 3-1. That one obviously up and in. Cisco trying to avoid free passes. You can live with base hits, but free passes are killers. 3-1, wave and a miss. So the count now running full. Pippins would love to induce a ground ball and turn their 40th double play of the summer. Kai Malt unlikely to do that, slugging .541. He usually finds green grass. 3-2, bouncing breaking ball. A walk issued to Kai Malt, and Cisco now in a little bit of trouble. Got to bring up the cleanup hitter, M.D. Connor.
The first baseman.
Connor in the portal from South Alabama.
Number 29.
Only batting 161. He's played in only 11 games, though. Kind of a high risk, high reward type bat. Connor definitely played against Yakima Valley, but the most recent game I see is the 24th against the Marion Berries. So that batting average might be a little off. Hang on a moment. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. Lined into right field, down for a base hit. Rounding third, coming home to score is Cody Niedowitz. The relay to the plate is late, and the game is tied at 1. RBI single for M.D. Connor. Cody Niedowitz able to cross the plate. Pippins had a chance on the rally. Aoki turning, and that's usually not the man you want relaying. Usually it's French, and maybe it was. I just wasn't quite paying attention down there.
UC Davis.
Just trying to find M.D. Connor's real stats. RBI number 35 for Connor. Here's Elijah McNeil. 1 apiece, 2 hits apiece. Portland has 2 runners on, only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First offering from Cisco, high and tight, 1 ball and no strikes. McNeil playing shortstop for Portland from UC Davis. Batting .290. This is game number 37. Elijah McNeil, an all-star. 1-0, wave and a miss. Could not come up with a fastball on the outer half of the plate, 1-1. McNeil, 13 doubles and 2 home runs. 24 RBI to go along with 25 strikeouts. Runner at second, Kai Malt. At first, M.D. Connor, 1-1 game. Cisco, 1-1 pitch. Downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. I got to give a lot of credit to Jackson Upton, who is doing the catching in this game after being the starting pitcher and designated hitter in yesterday's game. Cisco coming set up near the head. 2-1, high and away. 3 balls and a strike to Elijah McNeil. A walk would load the bases. Portland threatening to take the lead here early on. Pippins got the first run of the game. Portland's responded immediately. 3-1 from Cisco. Down and in, ball 4. Long pause from Henry DeJesus before coming out of the crowd. Second walk issued by Francisco Lopez, and the bases are full for Grafton Stroop. Stroop, 2 seasons at Umpqua Community College before 2025 with Western Oregon. He's committed to Lewis Clark State, though. Second season with the Portland Pickles. First offering is a called strike on the outer half of the plate. 86 on the radar gun from Cisco. Corners are pulled in for Yakima Valley. Gupta and French. Middle is back. Try to turn a double play. 0-1 from Francisco is popped up into the stands over on the left side. The seating area, the stands here at Walker Stadium, only extend about to the dugouts, but they have berms down all the way to the poles and then lots of seating out in the outfield as well. That 15-foot high fence is up on the top, a bunch of banners, but underneath is chain link. You can see through it. There's a bunch of picnic tables out there that people sit on. Out of the windup, 0-2 from Cisco. This bounces in. Good block by Upton to bounce it in front of the plate. 1-2. That was a spiked breaking ball from Francisco Lopez. I believe the 5-cent beer part of this promotion is down the left field line. There's a big grassy area that people don't sit in that you kind of walk around and have promos out. 1-2. Cisco downstairs again. Upton asking for a new baseball. The dirt here at Walker Stadium just seems to be darker than everywhere else. It looks like it holds water a little bit better. Upton decided to get rid of that baseball and get a new pearl. 2-2 from Cisco. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Top of the zone. Well, maybe not a breaking ball. That registered at 87. Cisco reared back and threw that one. Looked like it had some cut. So that's strikeout number 1 for Francisco Lopez. 2 down. As Grafton Stroop punches out, here comes Luis Castillo. Castillo's become kind of a Portland fan favorite. Castillo last year with the Pickles, a big power bat, 6 home runs. This year, 6 home runs as well, batting .316 and 15 less games. First pitch from Cisco, breaking ball, fouled off on the right side. It is 1, or no balls and a strike, I should say. Castillo, that .316 batting average. He's got 24 hits and only 89 at-bats. 4 doubles, 1 triple, 6 long balls. Bases full of Pickles. Malt at third, Connor at second, McNeil at first. The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball downstairs, spit on by Castillo, 1-1. Pippins were able to keep Luis Castillo in the yard up at County Stadium when Portland visited right after the All-Star break. Trying to do the same thing here tonight. This time at Walker Stadium, his home ballpark. 1-1, breaking ball on the ground over towards third. Gupta up with it on a couple of slides. The throw is spiked, and French cannot dig it out. 1 run home. Here comes a second. That's an error by Yash Gupta over at third, and the Pickles now lead it 3-1. That was out number 3. 6 out of the 7 days of the week. Elijah McNeil moves up to third base. Luis Castillo is safe at first. So now the Pippins trail by 2. And Braden Gutierrez is the 8th hitter in the inning. Cisco with a clump of dirt stuck in his cleat. He goes behind the mound to the grass to try to clean it out. Braden Gutierrez, the catcher from St. Mary's. First pitch, fastball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Gutierrez batting .130 in 18 games with Portland. 7 hits, 2 of them doubles. Getting on base at a 242 clip thanks to 8 walks. Runners at the corners. McNeil over at third as the 1-0 is sent down into the grass in left field. Scoring easily is Elijah McNeil. Castillo chased back to second with a throw. RBI single for Braden Gutierrez, and the Pickles lead at 4-1. That run scoring unearned. First and second, and the 9th hitter of the inning, Brady McKay, digs in.
St. Mary, number 6. Brady
McKay also from St. Mary's. He's batting .297. This is game number 24. First pitch, down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. McKay, 22 hits, 5 of them doubles. He's scored 15 times. Runners are at first and second. Castillo leads the way. 1-0, wave and a
I
miss.
got some word that the nickel beer is
1-1.
low. John guys, go get over there now. Get over it.
McKay came in as a defensive substitution up in Yakima, and then he played the rest of the series. 1-1. Breaking ball in tight, 2 balls and a strike. Tenth man getting ready to hit here as Masa Chilcutt stands on deck. Lopez is 2-1, fastball upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Cisco looking for an out here. Three-one on the way from Cisco. Missed away. Ball 4, bases loaded, and here comes Masa Chilcutt for the second time in the first inning. Pippins allowing a team to bat around against them for the second or now third straight day as Ethan Salscheider heads out to the hill to talk to Cisco. The Pippins do have action in their bullpen. Bullpen clear out in right field beyond some picnic tables. Trying to get a look at who the man warming up is. Looks like Gus Musial, the one tossing for Yakima Valley. He'll be next in line as Cisco likely nearing the end of his rope. Pippins are going to try to get 2 innings out of him, but at this point, you find out number 3, which he did have. Yash Gupta committing an error when Luis Castillo hit a ground ball right to him, which allowed this inning to continue. Masa Chilcutt did not waste any time. He swung on the first pitch. He lined out to Brennan Aoki. First pitch, down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Cisco rearing back and sending 87 up to the plate again. At this point, you'd rather just see strikes, though. Bases loaded for Portland. Out of the windup, the 1-0. Breaking ball drops in, 1-1. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error for Yakima Valley. 4 runs on 3 hits already here in the first inning for Portland. One. Line drive caught by Gupta over at third.
Good.
So Chilcutt, a couple of lineouts, 1 to Aoki and 1 to Gupta to start and end this inning. Portland able to score 4 times on only 3 hits, 1 Yakima Valley error, and they leave the bases loaded. We go to the second inning. Pickles 4, Pippins 1. You're listening to Pippins Baseball.
Before the game, the great lady named Grill, grab a crisp. Those for a favorite ale. Qualifier. Great baseball. Beer. Lazy day. What's that for the Pickles with? A checking account that pays? Yeah. There are community credit union has accounts that go find back in your pocket. Visit rivermarkcu.org/join to get in on the action.
Top half of inning number 2. Portland leading 4-1. It'll be Brandon Stone, Brennan Aoki, and Jackson Upton due up here in the second inning for the Pippins. Forced Ari Klingman to throw 23 pitches in the first inning. Klingman gave up 1 run, but his offense responded right back and took the lead. Pippins going to have to wage some war tonight to get a win. First pitch high and tight from Ari Klingman, 1-0. Brandon Stone was at the plate when Tommy Lamb was caught at home plate for out number 3. 1-0 popped up over the press box and back towards the parking lot. 1-1. Mentioned that when Stone was up, he was batting .200. Trying to improve on right at the Mendoza line. 1-1 upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Air just a little bit thick here in Portland. Not quite as thick as we had it down in Walla Walla. The AQI at the start of the game was 93. We were dancing around the 140s in Walla Walla. 2-1 right off the top of the screen. 2-2. Never thought I would track AQI in my scorebook on certain days, but here I am. Watch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Klingman out there on the hill, sends it home. Stone able to get it right off the top of the screen again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Henry DeJesus rubbing up that baseball. Two balls and 2 strikes on the way. Breaking ball down and away. Count full to Brandon Stone. We'll say it is night, or it is nice that we have a little bit of smoke in the air. That sounds contradictory, but it's actually a very pleasant evening. 3-2 drilled out towards right field. Niedowitz will settle under it and will make the catch in routine right field. 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Brings up Brennan Aoki. Brennan from Puyallup, Washington, batting .250 for the Pippins. 7 hits, 1 of them a double. He's got a couple of multi-hit games with Yakima Valley. Another righty-righty matchup for Klingman. First pitch taken for a strike right on the outer black. It's 0-1. Aoki, one of the many Whitworth Pirates who has joined Yakima Valley. Oh, 1. Another one out to right field. This one's soft for Niedowitz. Instead, Brady McKay will go back there and make the catch. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Brings up the catcher, Jackson Upton. Jackson, a West Coast League vet, 3rd season in the WCL. His first 2 years in college were with Yakima Valley College and then St. Martin's this most recent spring. 2024 with Springfield, 2025 with Ridgefield, now 2026 here with Yakima Valley. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it straight back. 0-1. Upton batting .206 for Yakima Valley. This is game number 20. That includes the non-league games. Oh, 1. Wave and a miss. Outside changeup. 0-2. The Pippins in danger of going down in order after allowing a long first inning. We'll likely see Gus Musial in the second. I can't imagine Cisco goes out there after 37 pitches in the first inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Upton takes a breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Should be interesting tomorrow and Wednesday. First a 1-2. Tapped back up the middle. McNeil charging in, throws across, and he has it in time to retire Jackson Upton. We'll continue my thoughts on why it will be interesting here at Portland the next 2 days when we come back. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on for Yakima Valley after an inning and a half. Pippins 1, Pickles 4. This is Pippins Baseball.
Well, Brandon, let's carry beer back. That's Sam. Or you're sitting, the trips flowing. Got the Dilton bar in left field. Field highway in center. Behind the goal. At the Ralligator bar. Rocking the right field berm. Don't forget the most popular spot in the park. Party Deck Bar. Behind home plate. He's back. Get your grub on, Pickles fan. For over 60 years, Mr. Plywood's been located in Montevilla, locally owned and operated service in the entire metro area. They have a staff that has about 100 years of experience in the building materials industry. Look no further than Mr. Plywood for all the plywood tools and everything else you need to get started on that construction project. Visit Southeast Start or online. MrPlywood.com. Craving a crunch that slaps harder than a walkout dinner? Rip open a bag of smacking sunflower seeds. These jumbo beauties are talented wild flavors like dill pickle, maple brown sugar, and cheddar jalapeno all the same, and 0 salty birds. You can spit seeds all night innings without torturing your tongue. Use the 4 snap seal bags. Keep your hands free for foul balls, smacking sunflower seeds. Flavor. That's nice.
Bottom of inning number 2 here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Francisco Lopez is back out there. Pippin's asking him to eat this second inning before we turn it over to the bullpen. It'll be Cody Niedowitz, Kai Malt, and M.D. Connor due up. In Francisco's defense, he was out of that first inning with only 1 run allowed. An E5 by Yash Gupta on the off the bat of Luis Castillo kept the inning alive for 3 more hitters. Niedowitz singled off of Francisco Lopez as the first hit of the game for the Pickles, as the first offering from Cisco is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. So the reason I say it should be interesting the next couple of days here in Portland. It's supposed to still be kind of smoky tomorrow. With the warmer temperatures, we'll see how the conditions are at the ballpark. 1-0 upstairs, 2-0. It's also, I think the promotion tonight is Keep Portland Weird Night. I don't know what that means. 2-0 downstairs, 3 balls, no strikes. And on Wednesday, they're going to have dogs here at the ballpark. 3-0 from Cisco. There's a strike, automatic take from Cody Niedowitz. And I believe the variety of dogs is corgis. They had a parade with golden retrievers last week. 3-1, fouled off towards the Pippins first base dugout. 3-2. Cisco trying to battle all the way back. It's also supposed to be very warm on Wednesday. 7:15 first pitch, both of those days. Payoff from Francisco. This bounces in, only traveled about 55 feet. Cisco tried to rear back and hurl it in. Instead, he spiked it. Leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second inning to Cody Niedowitz. That brings up Kai Maltz.
Number 11.
Malt drew a walk back in the first inning and was one of the 4 runs that came across the score for Portland. Gus Musial was warming for Yakima Valley. We'll see when his services are called upon. Cisco at 43 pitches. First pitch upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes from Cisco. Just seems like the fastball for Francisco, very hit and miss in the strike zone. One ball, no strikes. Cisco takes a look over to first. Taking off over there is Niedowitz. The throw down at the feet of Aoki. It's a stolen base for Cody Niedowitz. The pitch was a ball. It was upstairs. So Niedowitz in scoring position. Kai Malt trying to drive him in. Cisco taking a look back to second. The 2-0. This went off the bat. Malt ducked down. He left the bat above his shoulder. And it hit his bat. Wow. That's a lucky break for Cisco. Way to get a strike on a breaking ball, I guess. That's why you're taught in Little League to bring the bat down with you when you see one up at your head. So it's 2-1. Malt waving that stick slowly over his right shoulder. Cisco looking back to second. Here it comes. Breaking ball. Looked pretty good from Cisco, but just missed down and away. 3-1. Henry DeJesus, a much tighter zone than his counterpart out in the field, Kyle Sisk. 3-1 from Cisco. Needed a strike. He got it. Malt had tossed the bat over towards the on-deck circle. He was in the process of unstrapping his elbow guard. So he'll dig back in. More baseballs delivered to home plate umpire Henry DeJesus. That might have been one of those strikes that if Malt had not tossed the bat, he might have gotten ball 4. Cisco in a full count, nobody out, man at second. Payoff is off the end of the bat, popped up over the Pippins first base dugout. This is going to land down in the stands. The count remains full. Malt walking back in the first inning. Cisco trying to get the first out here in the second. This will be pitch number 49 from Lopez. Payoff. Out towards right. Miller was playing back. Tyson coming in. He makes the catch, running and lunging over towards first base. Tyson able to run it down. He's got good speed. 1 away here in the second. No advance from Cody Niedowitz. This ballpark is so deceptive with its fly balls. You know that the outfield wall is not very far away, considering all the other places that we play. But with the tree line out in the outfield and the way the wind swirls around, it's extremely hard to drive one out towards the wall unless you truly square it up. First pitch outside to M.D. Connor. RBI single to get the scoring started for Portland back in the first inning. Cisco over 50 pitches. He's at 51. The 1-0 wave and a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike, just off the cap of the bat there. Well, the sun has dipped below the tree line entirely. There's a bright orange glow coming through some of it, but it's dampened by the haze. Going to be under the light power for most of this game tonight. Approaching the hour mark already. 1-1. This skips in again. Moving up to third is Cody Niedowitz. Upton had no chance. So wild pitch moves Niedowitz onto third. Pippins infield going to play in on the cut of the grass. 2 balls, 1 strike here. M.D. Connor waits. 2-1, drilled out towards center field. Lamb going back on the track in front of the wall. Makes the catch, falls to the ground. Tagging from third and scoring is Cody Niedowitz. Sacrifice fly for M.D. Connor. What a catch by Tommy Lamb for out number 2. Unfortunately, the score does grow. It's 5-1 Portland. Even if Lamb hadn't dived or dove for it, it was definitely deep enough to score the run. What a play by Tommy, a very sure-handed center field glove. Elijah McNeil standing in. First pitch check swing, he went around, even though the ball was spiked. 0-1 the count. McNeil walked back in the first inning. Cisco trying to get through 2. Oh, 1. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. All things considered, a 4-run game, if you can get out of the inning here, not insurmountable. Yakima Valley's offense needs to wake up. It's been sleeping ever since that Thursday night up at County Stadium. 1-1, down and away. 2-1, excuse me. They made the mistake of feeding me French fries up here in the booth. Now I'm going to have to excuse myself a couple times. Very generous providing food up here to the visiting broadcaster. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch from Cisco, fouled away over towards the Pippins on deck circle. Coach Crustangel going to go chase it down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crusty sporting the fleece line jacket already. Started the day at 79, but it's going to get a little chilly as the sun goes down and the smoke settles in under the lights. 2 balls, 2 strikes out of the wind. The breaking ball just missed. Cisco was ready to head down to the dugout, but Henry DeJesus says, nope, that was outside. McNeil trying to coax another walk. Cisco looking for strikeout number 2. The payoff down and away. It's walk number 2 for Elijah McNeil. That's now 5 walks for Cisco. That's something we haven't seen Francisco struggle with much this year is the walks. Came into this game with only 3 of them. So here's Grafton Stroop, the first and only strikeout victim of Francisco Lopez in the first inning. Started the game at 7:18. It's currently 8:09 here in Portland. Going to be a late night. First pitch, there's a called strike. Good framing by Jackson Upton on a pitch that was outside. 0-1. Gus Musial was warming up for Yakima Valley. McNeil bluffs a steal attempt. That pitch was down 1-1. So Gus likely going to be arm number 2 used by Yakima Valley. They got 2 new arms today. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Line drive over the shortstop stone and into center field. Tommy to it. That'll hold Elijah McNeil to second. It's a single for Grafton Stroop. That's hit number 4 for the Pickles. Coach Crustangel is out of the dugout. Looks like Cisco's night will be done after 63 pitches. Cisco hands the ball off. We'll have a new arm for Yakima Valley when we come back. Portland 5, Pippins 1. We're in the bottom of the second here at Walker Stadium. You're listening to Pippins Baseball.
Reminding you, the Pickles have clinched third in the 2026 West Coast League playoffs. The Pickles will be hosting a game right here at Walker Stadium on Friday, and those tickets are available for purchase immediately. You can go on your phone right now and buy some tickets. What a good opportunity to set some plans for the weekend right now. Good picture of the mountain for the Pippins, number 10, Gus Musial. Joe, do we have an update on 5-cent beer? Are they still pouring over there? Efforting right now. Where the beer flows like wine? Done. We will drink though. Oh, they're thirsty. Yeah, that's 5-cent beer. I wasn't saying we haven't get to so long. Yeah, they're hammered.
New pitcher into the game for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Gus Musial into the game for YVP after 2 seasons at YVC. Musial from Bozeman, Montana. 18 innings. He's got 12 games under his belt. 1-0, 15 strikeouts, 20 walks, and a 9 ERA. 372 batting average against for Gus. He's going to be asked to work a couple of innings in relief for Francisco Lopez, who throws 63 pitches in an inning and 2/3. Runners are at first and second. Here's Luis Castillo. Big jump for both runners. First pitch down and away for ball 1. That's a stolen base for both McNeil and Grafton Stroop. The old double steal. Musial didn't take a look back towards second. Castillo ahead in the count 1-0. Musial fires it in. This is just off the plate, 2-0. 87-88 with the fastball for Gus.
Pickles.
Throws in a breaking ball as well. Musial set at the letters, 2-0. Castillo straight back, 2-1. Castillo reached on an error back in the first inning. That would have ended the frame. Kept only 1 run on the scoreboard for Portland. Would have been tied coming into this inning. 2-1 pitch on the ground. Back up the middle. This will sneak through for a hit. 2 runners are going to score as a throw comes cut off by French over at the hill. Luis Castillo, a 2 RBI single, And it's 7-1 Portland. Give Castillo 2 RBI as both McNeil and Stroop score.
Get them all and get them over, get them in.
Here's Braden Gutierrez. Gutierrez, an RBI single in the first inning. Two outs on the scoreboard. Man at first. First pitch from Gus is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Castillo with his lead over at first. First pitch breaking, or second pitch breaking ball, I should say. 1-1. Musial with his right arm dangling next to his side. Now he comes set at the letters. Castillo with a short lead over at first. 1-1, breaking ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Gutierrez, the 7th Portland Pickle to hit here in the second inning. The start of this game has been extremely sluggish if you're a Yakima Valley Pippins fan. 7-1 the score. 2-1 lifted high and deep out towards left center field. Tommy and Max coming together. Tommy and Max. It'll be Tommy who makes the catch, running into Max Workman in the gap. A couple of great catches here in this inning for Tommy Lamb. And the F8 ends the bottom of the second inning. 3 more runs for Portland score, however. There were 2 hits by the Pickles. No errors by Yakima Valley. There was 1 runner left on base. We go to the third. It's 7-1 Portland. This is Pippins baseball.
Cameron Roger. Let's down. 3, 2, 1. Swing your pickles, Rod. Swing that pickle. Okay. Okay. We're getting closer already. Yeah. Good start, everybody. Roger. Focus on your own pickle, Cameron. We'll slow start tonight. We're going to get it. Okay. Better. Warmer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the buzzer, Michelle. Let's hear it for all our contestants. Fan favorite Roger, Cameron, Michelle, the birthday girl. Way to go, everybody. Nicely done. Swing those pickles, Nickel.
Top of the third inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland. Yakima Valley trailing 7-1. A rare Monday game in the West Coast League, and that's because we need to set up everybody for the postseason, which starts on Friday. And so every team playing Monday through Wednesday series to get an off day on Thursday before those in the playoffs get to play on Friday. Cole French takes a first pitch strike from Ari Kligman. Cole, the only Yakima Valley bat that has not come up to swing the stick yet. French playing first base again for the Pips. He has been playing a pretty good brand of first as he takes the 0-1 foul over on the right side to make it 0-2. For somebody that played third base in his first 3 games with Yakima Valley, moving across the diamond to first, French continues to be a pretty good placeholder. Of course, Yakima Valley had a couple of different regular first basemen throughout the summer. They have since departed. 0-2, breaking ball downstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. For French, he's batting only 125 in 6 games. He's got 2 hits. The first one coming against Springfield on the 29th. The second one, the next time he was in the lineup on the 31st against Corvallis. 1-2, taken out towards center field. Malt coming in. He will make the catch head high on the run. One away here in the third inning. That'll send us back to the top of the Yakima Valley order. Tyson Miller hit a single in the first inning. He came around and scored the only run for the Pippins to this point. Tyson, the only left-handed stick for Yakima Valley. Bat straight up. First pitch, fastball upstairs from Kligman. 1-0. Ari Kligman for for Portland. We're in a new city today. 1-0. In tight, 2-0. His last start was 7 innings. That's his longest outing. And unfortunately, that was a loss for him. He was averaging around 4 innings coming into that game. He went 4 against Corvallis, 4 1/3 the next time against Corvallis, and 4 1/3 against Springfield. 2-0. Fastball, top of the zone. 2-1. His first appearance on the summer was a 2-inning outing at Port Angeles. Took the loss, giving up 4 hits, 4 runs. Man, what a different pitcher he's turned into. Kind of becoming a bulk inning guy, and of course a starter. This is start number 6 on the summer. 2-1. Tyson fights it off the inside of his hands. Malt settling under it in medium depth center field. He makes the catch. 2 away here in the top of the third inning. Couple of outs to the center fielder, Kai Malt. So here's Tommy Lamb. Lamb walked in the first, made it all the way to third, and then tried to come home when Parker Burt stole second base. Kligman set at the neckline. The first pitch is hummed in just below the zone, 1-0. Tommy, again, a great series down in Corvallis. Had a multi-hit game the other night. 1-0, stung out towards center field. Malt a chance to go 3 for 3. He drifts to his left, makes his catch shoulder high, and 3 outs to the center fielder here in the top of the third. The Pippins down quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Portland leads it 7-1 here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins baseball.
John, let's go. There's something for you. One of the hard team off the field, the Pickles are looking for more amazing house families for our players this season. It's a fun and rewarding way to support the squad. And yes, you get free tickets, exclusive perks, and a front row seat to the Pickles experience. If you got a spare room and a big heart, head over to section 208 and scan the QR code or visit PortlandPicklesBaseball.com and click Host of Pickles to learn more. Why don't we shout out our amazing host families in attendance tonight? They let Pickles live in their homes. They feed them, do their laundry. Make some noise for our amazing host families, everybody. Come on. Literally could not do this without them. Literally. Are you running a small business or maybe just trying to manage your busy life? The UPS stores your MVPs, a professional printing expert packing, and convenient mailboxes with your printing service that helps staff the UPS store. Sit right out of the water.
Bottom of the third inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. The Pickles lead it 7-1 over the Yakima Valley Pippins. Glad you're listening along with us. I'm Harmon Johnsen. Final 3 games of the regular season. Play here on a Monday. We'll be back at it again Tuesday, 7:15, and then Wednesday, the final day of baseball for Yakima Valley after they were eliminated from the postseason contention last night with a loss to the Corvallis Knights. Brady McKay leads it off here in the bottom of the third inning, takes a first pitch upstairs, 1-0 from Gus Musial. So the final line on Francisco Lopez, he is responsible for all 7 runs that came across. A couple of them were unearned, though. There was an error in the first inning that allowed it to continue as the pitch misses in 2-0. So 7 runs, only 5 of them earned for Cisco. This game could have been completely different if that ground ball hadn't been thrown across a little bit wild as the 2-0 comes inside and makes the count 3-0. Brady McKay drew a walk back in the first inning. That sent us back to the top of the order during an inning where Portland sent 10 to the plate. Musial set at the letters, the 3-0, an automatic take from McKay, and that's a get-me-over fastball for strike one. Here in the third inning, it's McKay, Chilcutt, and Niedowitz. 3-1, fouled straight back, and Gus has battled from down 3-0. Lopez throwing 63 pitches in an inning and 2/3. Payoff pitch. Called strike three right at the bottom of the zone. A sarcastic head tap from Brady McKay. Got to be careful. That might get you ejected one of these days until ABS makes its way to the West Coast League. Down looking is Brady McKay. Back to the top of the order, Massa Chilcutt. Second strikeout for the Pippins staff. First one for Gus Musial. Chilcutt, a couple of lineouts. One to Aoki, one to Gupta. Both of them in the first inning. First pitch from Gus. Breaking ball downstairs. 1-0. Pippins bullpen does have a few people standing up, but nobody throwing right now. 1-0, bouncing ball out towards second. Aoki leaps up to grab it, slings it across to first, and he has it over to French for out number 2. There's another principle of this hard infield. The ball bounces just a little bit higher, almost like a turf field sometimes. So Chilcutt 0 for 3 today on the 4-3 ground out. Here's Cody Niedowitz. He's been on base twice. He has scored twice. First pitch on the way to Cody Niedowitz. Called a strike on the outer block.
Right now,
Left-handed bat. Single in the first, walk in the second. Stole a bag in the second. Scored, or made it to third on a wild pitch. Later scored on a sacrifice fly by M.D. Connor. 0-1, Musial falls down. Sends a slider in, and where did that one miss? Henry DeJesus not giving the inside corner against Cody Niedowitz, this left-handed bat. 1-1, high and away fastball, 2-1. Pips would love to get a 1-2-3 inning from their pitching staff. Those have been few and far between over the last few weeks. 2-1, not going to happen as this slices down for a hit in left field in front of Workman. 95 off the bat of Cody Niedowitz. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a walk. Inning continues for Kai Malt. Malt 0 for 1, walked, scored in the first, flew out to Tyson Miller in the second. Musial coming set. First offering to Malt. Breaking ball downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Gus's breaking ball is about 10 mile an hour slower than his fastball. 1-0, hummed in for a strike, 1-1. Malta walk in the first inning. That fly out to Tyson in the second was one that Miller had to come all the way in on. He was playing way back. 1-1 right there, 1-2. So the Pickles with 6 hits now after the single by Niedowitz. He's got 2 of the 6. Trying to keep him off the scoreboard for the first time as the 1-2 misses down and away. They're messing with my crowd mic on their center field or their high home camera. Big lead off of first. 2-2 breaking ball down and away. They've got monitors everywhere in this press box. Three balls, two strikes, 7-1 game. Runner will be off at first. Here's the payoff. It is lined out into right center field. This is going to plug the gap all the way to the wall. Niedowitz running on the pitch. They're going to send him from third. Relay from Tommy will not be made to the plate. And Portland has scored in all 3 innings so far. It's an RBI double for Kai Malt. Scoring all the way from first, Cody Niedowitz. That's his 3rd run scored today. So here's M.D. Connor now. 8-1 the score. Connor with 2 RBI today. He's 1 for 1, a single and a sac fly. Another left-handed bat here against Gus Musial, the right-handed hurler. First pitch, there's a strike right on the inside black to the lefty. Oh, 1 under the lights. 8 runs, 7 hits for Portland. 0-1 on the ground through the right side of the infield past Print. Wave is on for Malt over at third. The play to the plate. The ball gets away from Upton. Moving up to second is M.D. Connor. Time going to be called here as Upton gets the ball back to the plate, gets it back to Henry DeJesus. It's now 9-1 Portland over Yakima Valley. An RBI single for M.D. Connor. I was just handed a red vine. And then moving up to second on the throw home, M.D. Connor. Kai Malt scores for the 2nd time today. Elijah McNeil's walked twice. Gus's first pitch to the Pickles All-Star. Inside and high, 1-0. Don't know why I was just handed a red vine, but I have a red vine. Currently taking up my pencil hand, though, so I'm going to set it down for a second. 1-0. Pitch misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Elijah McNeil is kind of the man that's allergic to the strike zone right now. Couple of walks. He throws off the pitcher's timing. He's using those new rules to his advantage. 2-0. There's a strike right there over the heart of the plate. 2-1. When he steps into the batter's box, he stares down his bat, does not look to the pitcher until the last possible second. And so that can really throw off a pitcher who's not paying attention and comes set too early. That forces a violation. 2-1, stung out to center field. Tommy coming in on it, makes the catch head high. And Elijah McNeil is out for the first time today. Portland gets 2 more runs. They pick up 2 more hits in the process. Yakima Valley, no errors. And there was 1 man left on base for the Pickles. First third of the game in the books. 9-1 Portland. You're listening to Pippins Baseball.
Your fiber to back and pizza for the middle speed plan. Make sure the burning vendor pizza or be collected. Celebrated fact about racing for the song you find in religious scripty. Here race right game the official beer close all around the park. This year they're debuting Pickles. The Mexican style lager that's crisp and refreshing. With a portion of the proceeds go to Beaumont Little League softball, grab a beer, and help the kiddos listening to the Mansons. Get your stuff truck, GSE, ATV, or your TV and the alternative war industries. Secondary Fiction gives you in any situation for nearly 80 years. Wilson's War Industries has let you go prepare for adventure. It's very important. It says war.com. You sure? I know.
Middle innings are upon us here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Harmon Johnsen with you. The Pippins and the Pickles in game one of a three-game series. Ari Kligman back to work against Yash Gupta, Parker Burt, and Max Workman. Gupta first, and the first pitch from Kligman is half swung on, ball dropped, swing went around, and it's 0-1. Pippins wearing their blue tops, white numerals, block Pippins in white across the chest, gray pants, and blue caps in the field. Portland wearing bright white uniforms under these lights with navy lettering and navy numerals and navy caps as well. 0-1 on the ground through the wickets of Grafton Stroop and into shallow left field. E5 allows Yash Gupta to reach. I guess that's only fitting. Gupta commits an error in the first inning and then reaches thanks to the benefit of an error here in the fourth inning. So both third basemen tonight in this game have committed an infraction. Parker Burt will be up with a man on. Parker last time up got an RBI single. Tyson Miller was out at second base. First offering from Kligman. Big swing, fouled away over behind us. 0-1 by Parker. I wonder how far the farthest foul ball hit back behind the press box has been. There's a road that probably a couple 100 feet away. 0-1, breaking ball cut on and missed. It's 0-2. If you really got a hold of one backwards, you could probably send it to the residential area. Walker Stadium located in Lent Park, just off Interstate 205 here in Portland. Long pause. The 0-2 pitch from Kligman is on the ground hard out towards McNeil. He's going to step on the bag himself, send it on to first. Double play for the Portland shortstop. That's double play number 54 turned by this Portland Pickles defense. That is an insane number. 54 double plays in a 54-game season. This is game number 52. Hard to believe you can average better than one double play a game. So 2 down just as quickly as the Pippins had 1 on, nobody out. There's Max Workman, struck out swinging back in the first inning. First pitch breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. 0-1. Kligman settling in after that first inning. He had set down 7 straight coming into this fourth inning and now still has faced the minimum since that point as Workman fouls one back 0-2. Thanks to that double play turned by McNeil and MD Connor. No balls, 2 strikes to Max Workman. Top of the fourth inning, Portland leads at 9-1. The 0-2 from Kligman, breaking ball, this upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to send another one over there and freeze Workman, but he could not get it down into the zone. Long pause from Kligman, the 1-2, fastball upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 lights out in the left center field gap and the right center field gap doing the heavy lifting in the outfield under the light power here at Walker Stadium. 2-2, Workman, wave and a miss. Strike 3, second time Workman down on strikes. And it's another minimum base for Ari Kligman. No runs, no hits, 1 error by Portland, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Portland leads at 9-1 here at Walker Stadium. This is Pippins baseball.
They want for a free up ball, which Look up to 5-6 here. 205. It's going to be in section 205. And liquid break. Yep. Everybody. Yeah. Congratulations. You are tonight's lucky road. Yo. Let's hear it for our amazing partners and vendors in attendance tonight to make things happen all over the stadium. Be sure to check out their booths before the night is over. Sparkle, Coven, and Fairy Hair, very popular. Unite Oregon, Renewal by Anderson, Mighty Fine Rental Company, the law offices of Devin Robinson, Silly Daisy Sewing, and of course, our dear friends. Still waiting for the coupons, everybody, from Portland Parks Golf. Get me out at Rose City on Sunday morning. I would really appreciate it. Trying to get a quick 18 in. I love Rose City. It's my favorite Portland. I know you're not supposed to pick your favorite VA, but Rose City is my favorite Portland Park Golf Course. Beautiful layout.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. The Pickles lead at 9-1.
Number 4.
Grafton Stroop, Luis Castillo, and Braden Gutierrez are due up against Gus Musial. Gus, 32 pitches through a full inning and then one out there in the second. Trying to get through 2 full in relief of Francisco Lopez. First offering, missed high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Pippins bullpen somewhat shorthanded, but it's the end of the season. The Pippins have been eliminated. You might see some guys used in some different roles than they have been throughout the course of the summer. Just like Cisco coming as a starter versus an 8th inning reliever. 1-0, bends in for a strike. It's 1-1 to Grafton Stroop. He's 1 for 2 today, a single in the second, a strikeout in the first. He scored 1 of the 9 runs for Portland. 1-1, high and away, 2 balls and a strike. The Pickles have just had Yakima Valley's number ever since they first met up. Portland leads the all-time series 24-6. 4 of those wins coming in Yakima for the Pippins. 2-1 upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. One of those wins coming this year. First time that the Pippins have taken down Portland since 2024. Trying to recreate some of that magic here at Walker Stadium. 3-1, big hack and a miss by Grafton Stroop. It's 3-2. Pickles in the playoffs, an outside chance at a higher seed than the 4 seed, but right now, if the season were to end, they'd be the 4. 3-2, sent out towards shallow left. Workman coming in, he makes the catch. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Good battle by Gus Musial to get all the way back. Leadoff man retired here in the 4th inning. Portland had the first 2 retired in the 3rd inning and would go on to get 3 straight hits to plate 2 more runs. So the Pickles never quite out of it. But a leadoff out here in the 4th lets you breathe a little bit easier. Here's Luis Castillo. He's 1 for 2, a single, and he reached on an error, 2 RBI as well. First pitch misses high, maybe a touch away as well, 1-0. Usual ready. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Castillo, big man in that right-hand batter's box. No surprise that he's got 6 home runs on the season, especially at this ballpark. 2-0, hard on the ground, foul over by the third base dugout, occupied by the Portland Pickles. 2-1 the count. 2-1 from Gus. Yank this glove side. 3-1 to the right-handed hitting Luis Castillo. Portland needs a lot of pieces to fall the right way to be the 3 seed. Otherwise, they will be the 4 seed. They'll host opening game of the postseason here on Friday. 3-1, high and tight. Castillo, did he check his swing? Yes, he did. Kyle Sisk accepting the appeal. Ball 4 to Castillo. He's aboard for the third time. Here's Braden Gutierrez, 1 for 2. RBI single in the first and a fly out to center field to end the second inning. Long pause from Musial. The first pitch cut on and missed. A middle fastball up empty as Gutierrez. 0-1 the count. We'll get some scores here in about a half an inning. Approaching the halfway point of this game. 0-1 pulled on the ground, foul past third. The count 0-2. This ball trickles back into the field of play. The only downside to these 7:15 starts is the late nights. It's probably going to be a 20-ish minute drive back to the hotel after the game is over. That's after everybody's packed up. 0-2 from Gus. Lifted high, out towards left. Drifting deep. Workman onto the track. At the corner. Makes the grab on the warning track. This thing almost snuck out right around the left field pole, and Braden Gutierrez has a big smile on his face knowing that he just missed. Good job by Workman to readjust on the run. Couple of F7s here in this fourth inning, and the Pippins are now away from hanging a 0. Brady McKay 0 for 1.
Number 70. Brady McKay.
McKay walked in the first inning. Struck out looking in the third. First pitch sent foul over the press box, 0-1.
Hey, look at him.
Quite the atmosphere here at Walker Stadium. Castillo gets his lead from first. The 0-1 from Gus. Breaking ball inside, backs away McKay. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The South playoff race is just as interesting as the North. Even though we know all 4 teams, the top 3 are all vying for the number 1 overall seed. 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? No. Kyle Sisk again taking the appeal. Pitch was downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Walla Walla and Ridgefield both came into today 30-21. Corvallis 29-22. Walla Walla in first because of tiebreakers. 2-1 fouled straight back into the screen. 2-2. And Corvallis is in Ridgefield for the next 3 days. That might be a extended stay, as depending on who gets the 2 or the 3. Those 2 teams will play again in the postseason for another potentially 3-game long series. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Musial called strike 3. Heart of the plate. McKay was not looking fastball. That thing was middle perfection from Gus Musial. And no runs come across for Portland. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. That was Luis Castillo. We go to the 5th inning. Yakima Valley trails 9-1 here at Walker Stadium.
Lindsay, Matthew, Berkeley, here they come. After that bid, I lost the case, but I've got it. Here Lindsay, Matthew, Berkeley. Head on the bat on the ground, spin till I say go. Count them down. 3, 2, 1, spin. Faster than that, Matthew. We're at 3 spins. Berkeley, you're going too fast. There's 4 spins. Lindsay is done already. We're at 5 spins. You're almost halfway. 6 spins. 6 spins. 7 spins. 8 spins. 9 spins, 10 spins, go. Matthew, where are you going? You're going down. Lindsay was playing Boston. She's a faker. She faked it the whole time. Let's hear for Matthew, the real one. Berkeley also did great. And Lindsay cheated. Stolen Valor, do we do this? Valor from Lindsay. See everybody. We were making. He wanted that kombucha. Kombucha.
Top of the fifth inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. The Pickles currently leading over the Pippins 9-1. Harmon Johnsen with you on this Monday night baseball. For only the second time this summer for Yakima Valley. We played a non-league game on a Monday earlier on, right after the first half wrapped up. The Dubsey Fish Sticks were in town up at County Stadium. Ari Kligman back out for his fifth inning of work. 55 pitches to his name. First pitch in tight to Brandon Stone. It's 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Pippins. Stone, Aoki, and Upton. 9-1 the score. 8-2 the hits. Stone drills this out towards left field. Dying fast. It'll drop in front of Masa Chilcutt. Brandon Stone picks up the Pippins' third hit of the night. Leadoff man aboard for Yakima Valley. Pippins had 2 hits in that first frame. And then the next 10 batters would be erased in some fashion. Yash Gupta did reach on an error, but then he was erased on a double play. First pitch to Brennan Aoki right at the top of the zone, called a strike by Henry DeJesus. No balls and a strike. Those 2 hits came off the bats of Tyson Miller and Parker Burt. Miller scored, Burt got the RBI. 0-1 pitch to Aoki, wave and a miss. Middle fastball comes up empty. 0-2. So Aoki and then Upton, barring, of course, the double play. The Pippins have been on the wrong end of quite a few double plays the last week or so. I think Corvallis ended up turning 5 against us in the series. 0-2, half swing. Henry DeJesus doesn't need help. He calls Brennan Aoki out on the check swing. Coach Crustangel, Coach Panch, both kind of looking towards home plate, asking if the appeal went down to second. DeJesus says he's the one that made the call. So Aoki strikes out swinging. Pitch was high and tight. Aoki couldn't keep the bat back. Here's Jackson Upton. First offering on the way to Upton. Misses down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson last came up to hit in the second inning. Pippins have not had the same amount of offensive success as the Portland Pickles have. 1-0, high and inside. This goes all the way to the backstop. This is a wild pitch that advances Brandon Stone on to second. That was 87 that didn't even register on the strike zone because it was so high up on the TrackMan. Two and 0 here in the first parts of August in 2026. Man, we're already in August. 2-0, brushes Upton back. This was 86, high and tight. So the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Pippin's trying to start something here in the top half of the fifth. Kligman, deep breath. 3-0 pitch on the way. Automatic take, automatic strike, top of the zone, 3-1. You're more likely than not going to get that call, even if it is borderline, just because of the way the count is and the way umpires are wired. They're human. Brandon Stone standing out at second in scoring position. Pippin's got 1 run in the first. Held scoreless since. 3-1 from Kligman. There's a fastball that caught the outer black. It's now 3-2. Upton trying to avoid being the victim from Kligman. 3 strikeouts for Ari tonight. The payoff pitch. Fastball fouled away.
Hey, look out. Look out.
Over on the first base side, some fan going to end up with that foul ball. Nice Rawlings baseballs that we're using this summer. Was a good transition, I think, for the West Coast League to use the Rawlings baseballs instead of the Boddens. Not that there was anything wrong with the Boddens. Rawlings just a little bit closer to the professional standard because of the MLB ball. Payoff, fouled off in the same spot.
Hey, look out.
Maybe the same fan going to end up with a baseball over there on the first base side, maybe a different one. I've certainly really enjoyed seeing the Rawlings baseballs. 3-2 pitch. A third foul ball. This one down the right field line, a little bit closer to the field of play, but this one goes into the berm. Count remains full. Upton putting up a good fight here against Kligman. Three balls, two strikes again. A fourth payoff pitch upcoming to Jackson Upton. Here it comes from Kligman. This is hard on the ground out towards McNeil at short. Stone trying to move on to third. He swims in. He comes off the bag. And out at third is Brandon Stone. Brandon, an aggressive head-first dive, but he came off the pillow. Coach Crustangel with some last-minute coaching as Stone makes his way off the field. Heads up play by Elijah McNeil to go to the lead man third. That's a 6-5 put out. The second time the Pippins have been put out on the base paths. Upton reaches on a fielder's choice. Technically, it's a third because of the double play, but Cole French flew out to center field back in the third inning. Pippins still have a man on. It's Upton over at first. First pitch downstairs. Owen won the count, though, as it's right there at the knees. Kligman, deep breath, long pause. The 0-1 pitch. French takes high and tight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Approaching the 9 o'clock hour. 1-1 off the end of the bat, foul over on the right side. This one's going to head over towards the road. So the count 1-2, and Kligman looking for another strikeout. Ari Kligman, 3 strikeouts tonight, only 1 walk. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball off the top of the netting, foul. Still 1-2. Flag hanging limp out in left center field, but there is definitely breeze circulating through the ballpark. The shadow of the trees as they disappear into the darkness is waving around. 1-2, breaking ball drops into the bucket for a called strike 3. Cole French down looking at strikeout number 4 for Ari Kligman, and the Pippins fail to score after a leadoff hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. Halfway home here at Walker Stadium, Portland leads it 9-1. This is Pippins baseball.
Over 50,000 local kids in low cost sports center Portland. Nothing but summer in Oakland like baseball. Good friend. At home, being lemonade in her hand, refreshing, crisp, and pleasing sipping. It's the perfect cocktail for cheering the Pickles all season long. By God, be sure to visit our sampling stations during future promo nights and experience the smooth taste of Jim Beam, proud bourbon partner of the Pickles Refresh Your Game Day with Jim Beam and lemonade. And please enjoy responsibly. Get your stuff truck cheap SCB or HCB or UCB out of any pickle. Turn to war industries and legendary witches. To get you out of any situation for nearly 80 years, Oregon War Industries has let you go for adventure. For more info, visit war.com.
Bottom of the fifth inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Let's get some scores from around the West Coast League. We're going to be the last game to finish tonight just by the nature of the late start. But top of the eighth inning in Port Angeles, the Kelowna Falcons lead it 9-1 over the Lefties. Top seven in Wenatchee, Apple Sox in front of the Harbor Cats 5-1. Bottom seven in Marion, Walla Walla leads the Berries 7-4. Bottom seven in Springfield, 11-2 Drifters over the Elks. Bottom six in Nanaimo, Kamloops currently leads at 6-2 over the Night Owls. Top of the eighth in Ridgefield, 6-4 Knights over the Ridgefield Raptors right now. Bottom of the seventh in Bellingham, 4-4 tie between the Riverhawks and the Bells. First pitch breaking ball from Gus Musial, taken for strike one. Masa Chilcutt leading off this bottom half of the fifth inning. Portland leading by 8, 9-1. Musial's 0-1. Breaking ball just missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Very good. Bottom of the fourth inning pitched by Gus Musial. Picked up a strikeout, a couple of flyouts. 1-1. Taken in near the belt. 2 balls and a strike. Got Brady McKay to strike out looking for the second time. Musial being leaned on heavily here, likely his last outing of the summer. 2-1, high and tight, 86-mile-an-hour fastball, brushes back Chilcutt, 3-1. You would think with Gus over 50 pitches, he's not likely to pitch tomorrow or Wednesday. 3-1, fouled straight back, 3-2. Chilcutt 0 for 3 today. Line out to second, line out to third, ground out to second. Maybe that means it's time to ground out to third. Payoff. Upstairs, ball 4. Chilcutt reaches on the walk. Cody Niedowitz has scored 3 times, meaning he's been on base all 3 times so far today. 2 singles and a walk. He strolls up to the plate. Going back to those scores, very important to be scoreboard watching Corvallis and Richfield if you're a Walla Walla Sweet. Sweets need to continue to win. If Ridgefield loses and Walla Walla wins, then Walla Walla 1 game away from wrapping up the 1 seed. First pitch from Musial just misses in to the left-hander Cody Niedowitz, 1-0. Springfield, of course, eliminated, but they are giving it to the Bend Elks 11-2 right now in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. I was scrolling through social media in between one of the half innings, and I saw their director of broadcasting, Knight Tereski, sitting in a pool. He was broadcasting from a pool. 2-0. There's a fastball for a strike, 2-1. Elite broadcast position, I would say. Hopefully, a scorebook doesn't get wet. 2-1. Fastball just misses up, 3 balls and a strike. In the north, the playoff race is between Nanaimo, Edmonton, Kelowna, and Victoria. Victoria is trailing against the number 1 seed, the Wenatchee Apple Sox. Kelowna currently winning right now over Port Angeles 9-1. 3-1, fastball high and away, ball 4, back-to-back walks issued by Gus Musial. Here comes Ethan Salscheider to make a quick visit. Salsa granted time. He strolls out onto the Walker Stadium playing surface. Salsa wearing number 12 tonight. Hasn't been in uniform much at all this year. Looks good on Salsa. Former player, now out there as the pitching coach. Salsa probably conversing with Gus here a little bit about how much longer he thinks he can be around the strike zone. Nobody throwing yet for Yakima Valley. Right field bullpen.
Pickles.
We'll see if someone gets up and starts moving here for the Pippins. Kai Malt stepping up to the dish. 1 for 2 today. RBI double back in the third, a fly out in the second, and a walk in the first that he came around and scored on. And now Gus Musial just balked. He leaned down to go into his set position. Kyle Sisk is going to explain what happened to Coach Crustangel. Runners are going to be at second and third. Kai Malt still in an even 0-0 count. That's less than ideal. 5 minutes past 9 here at Walker Stadium. First pitch. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Gus peering in for the sign. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. 1-0. High bouncer out towards third. This will bounce off the grass and foul. The grass here at Walker Stadium definitely on a different elevation than the dirt. This ball took a huge sideways left turn towards the Pickles dugout. 1-1 after the foul ball. The pitch. Breaking ball. Caught the outer black. It's 1-2. Past the halfway point in this ball game. Portland leading it by 8. Trying to add on. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. Under the darkness here at Walker Stadium. Line drive foul down the right field line. Count remains 1-2. Coach Panch going to go out and pick that ball up. Send it across the diamond. One, two remains the count. The pitch from Musial, foul back. Still 1-2. There's a light glimmer from what I assume is downtown Portland, hanging out beyond the tree line in the outfield. Maybe a little bit of the setting sun still. Other than that, it is completely dark here. Ball boy oblivious as to where the baseball's at. Now he picks it up. There are 2 big white Rivermark signs that are painted along the baselines, and the ball was blending in with the letter R. 1-2, 2 in scoring position, no out. Musial sends it home. Breaking ball, missed upstairs. Couldn't quite bring the hook back down into the zone. Wind certainly swirling here at Walker Stadium. 2-2. Send into the screen. This is a long at-bat. This might force Gus out of the game a little bit quicker than Stapp was hoping. This will be pitch number 9 to Kai Malt. Long at-bats, unfortunately, usually favor the batter. See if Gus can break the norm. 2-2 from Musial. Breaking ball, again, shot down the right field line, and this at-bat will see a 10th pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes. Gus sends it home. Bouncing ball towards the 5-6 hole. Deep in the hole stone. On the run, Jeter-esque. It bounces away from French at first. Scoring easily is Masa Chilcutt. Moving up to third is Cody Niedowitz. deep in the hole, so that'll be ruled a hit for Kai Malt. RBI single makes it 10-1.
So, Pickles, number 29.
We'll see if there's an error added on because Nidowitz was able to advance to third. Currently nothing in. Here's MD Connor. Still nobody out here in this bottom half of the fifth. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch missed downstairs. Connor today, 2 for 2. 2 singles, 3 RBI, a sacrifice fly, and a run scored. 1-0 drilled out towards right field. This thing is long gone. 343 feet, 99 miles an hour off the bat. Fastball middle high. It gets thrown back into the field of play by a fan out there in right field. The score 12-1 in favor of the Portland Pickles. MG Connor's having quite a night. Low launch angle, too. 26 degrees. Scratch that. It's 13-1. I forgot that Malt had reached on the single. Runners are at the corners. So a 3-run home run for MD Connor. First pitcher strike to Elijah McNeil.
Bust it up, cuts the track screen, picture of a couple people looking at a green hill.
No balls and a strike because this game is all Portland. 0-1, breaking ball, missed inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Elijah McNeil. 2 walks and a fly out. About 2 hours into the game. Started at 7:18. We're approaching 9:12. 1-1. There's a strike right at the top of the zone. McNeil shakes his head. Son, it's a 12-run game. 12-run game in the fifth. Swing the bat. 1-2. That's down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's still nobody out here in the fifth inning. Portland threatening another really long offensive side. Musial set at the letters. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees. Again, McNeil frustrated. Again, it's a 12-run game. First out here in the bottom half of the fifth. Don't know what McNeil was looking for. That was a fastball right at the knees to drive out towards left field. Here's Grafton Stroop. He's 1 for 3. Single, strikeout, flyout. Fouled away. No balls and a strike. At County Stadium, that home run for Connor probably would have been a home run because of the addition of the party porch out in right. Banged off the wall, it would have been gone. 0-1 outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Anywhere else, though, with how low of a launch angle it had, I don't know that it clears, say, like a Edmonton. 1-1, fouled back, 1-2. Probably gets out at Springfield and Ridgefield just because those fences are only about 315 feet away from home plate. One-two wave and a foul ball at the plate. Count still 1-2. He definitely spanked it, though. 99 miles an hour off the bat. One, two from Gus. Breaking ball, fouled out of the mitt. Had a chance for a strikeout, but Upton couldn't hang on. Count remains 1-2. How much longer is Gus Musial going to be able to be in this game? 1-2. Fastball high and away, swung on and missed. Couple of strikeouts for Gus. That's 4 punchies from Musial today, and Coach Crust Angel out of the dugout to make a pitching change. So my question becomes answered pretty quickly. Pippin's going to make a move here in the bottom of the 5th. Gus Musial getting a big handshake and a hug from the Pippins that gathered on the hill. Way to work tonight, Gus. Thank you for your efforts this season, likely done here in 2026. New arm coming in for Yakima Valley. We'll get you information on him when we get back. This is Pippins baseball, trailing 13-1 at Walker Stadium.
Oh, it never makes that part of the song anymore. I like it. Poppy likes it. Start it over. You rush back. Great.
Still the bottom of the 5th inning. Luis Castillo swings and lines this first pitch into left field off of the new Pippins arm, Jackson Ferris. This will go all the way to the corner out in left field and dropping for a double. Castillo, a single and now a double tonight as he greets Jackson Ferris very rudely. 83 pitches for Gus Musial. Ferris, 1 pitch. He's already given up 1 hit. Here's Braden Gutierrez. 13-1 score, first pitch. That apparently missed, according to Henry DeJesus. Looked like it got the bottom of the strike zone, 1-0. So Jackson Ferris, right-hander committed to Yakima Valley College. 6'3", 205. 1-0, popped up on the infield. French coming in towards his dugout. Now here's Upton. He stabs it and puts it away to retire the 5th inning. Ferris gets the final out of this 5th inning, but not before Portland is able to tack on 4 more runs, highlighted by a 3-run shot by MD Connor. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the 6th. Portland leads at 13-1.
3, 2, 1. Go, Mark. Go. Well, Mark's a hot start. Dylan is biding his time. Dylan might be playing awesome here. Oh, yeah. Dylan's sticking it in. Dylan's got 27 5-cent beers in him, and he's looking at the barrel. Let's hear it for Dylan T. Pickle. I'm the one talking. Yes, I'm talking right now. I was narrating another Dylan win in the Dave's Hot Chicken Race. Wait, that's you? That's me. That's Phil. I know. Weird. I have a microphone. I was born with it. Don't judge me. Bye, Anna.
Top of the 6th here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Harmon Johnsen with you on this Monday night. Ari Kligman's still out there for the Portland Pickles. Tyson Miller, Tommy Lamb, Yash Gupta due up here in the top of the 6th. Yakima Valley trails it 13-1. 2 games left to play in this 2026 season if you're Yakima Valley. First pitch from Kligman misses downstairs, 1-0. 2 more 7:15 starts here in Portland for Yakima Valley. Then their 2026 will come to a close. Kligman's 1-0. Tyson taking a strike right at the knees, 1-1. Portland has clinched a spot in the playoffs, and right now they are the low seed, so they would host Game 1 of a best-of-3 series starting on Friday. 1-1, pitch upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Their opponent, had the season ended before this game today, before any results today, would be the Walla Walla Sweets, who Portland just got back from Walla Walla late last night, early this morning, taking 2 out of 3 games against the Sweets. 2-1, fastball downstairs, 3-1. Walla Walla took 2 out of 3 when they came here to Walker Stadium briefly, right before that series. And then Portland returned the favor, taking 2 out of 3 on the road. 3-1. Tyson rips this down the right field line, but it pounds up against the netting. Foul, 3-2. Salsa going to head out, grab that baseball. Three, 2. High and away, ball 4. Tyson aboard for the second time. He draws a walk. Had a hit back in the first inning. Here's Tommy Lamb. Lamb 0 for 1 today. Fly out to center field, a walk in the first. So that would be an interesting best-of-3 series if Walla Walla has to come here to Walker Stadium for Game 1 and then host at Borleski the next day. First offering to Tommy, upstairs, ball 1. The other matchup would be Ridgefield and Corvallis right now, which they are currently playing a 3-game series up in Ridgefield. That could get old really fast. Could be a potential of 6 straight games against the same opponent. 1-0. Check swing foul off the inside part of the hands to Tommy. It's 1-1. Parker Burt was going to go bang that ball back across the diamond, and now Kyle Sisk sees a loose impediment on the ground here at Walker Stadium and puts the cover to the sprinkler system back on its place behind the hill. Tyson with a short lead over at first. He stole a bag back in the first inning. 1-1 pitch. High and tight. 2 balls and a strike. Coach Crustangel yucking it up with the third base dugout for Portland. He's pretty good buddies with Jim Hopple and Mark Magdaleno for that point, but Mag's not coaching Portland anymore. Stepping away from baseball after last season's end of the year. 2-1, breaking ball right there, 2-2. Two-two pitch from Kligman. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Tommy Frozen looking at a pitch on the outside part of the plate. 1 away here in the top half of the 6th. That's 5 punch-outs for Ari Kligman. Trying to look down towards Portland's bullpen area. Don't see anybody up and throwing right now. Yes, I do. There's a left-hander up and tossing. He's kind of hidden behind a row of people out there. Yash Gupta, 0 for 1. Sack bunt in the first inning, reached on an error in the 4th. First pitch breaking ball upstairs to Gupta, 1-0. Tyson short lead over at first again, 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Mike Check's next to me going through some of the score updates from around the West Coast League. One that I'm watching particularly close is Kelowna and Port Angeles tonight. Might be wondering, well, why? 2-0, breaking ball down and away, 3-0. Well, with a loss tonight, Port Angeles could get a maximum of 13 wins in the season in league play. Last year's Pippins team, 14-40 was their final record. 3-0, there's a strike at the top of the zone, 3-1. So, if Kelowna can take care of business, which it looks like they will, they're up 10-1. Last year's Pippins will no longer be the worst record ever in the West Coast League. 3-1, fouled down the right field line, out of play. 3-2. Hard to believe it can get any lower than 14-40, but small wins here in my second season. Of course, the Pippins have won 7 more games than last year, so feel pretty good about that. And you get to say that that team you were a part of is no longer the worst team in West Coast League history? Heck yeah. 3-2, fastball high and tight, ball 4. Couple of walks, has runners at first and second. No movement yet from the third base dugout as Parker Burt is going to stroll towards the plate. Now, here comes Jim Hopple. Hop makes the motion for the lefty that was warming up down in the bullpen. Ari Kligman makes it through 5 innings. He gets 1 out, so 5 1/3. Kligman in line for the win as Portland leads it 13-1. We'll have a southpaw coming in when we come back. Portland making a pitching change, up 13-1. Pippins 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. This is Pippins baseball. Pitching change here for the Portland Pickles as it is still the top of the 6th inning here at Walker Stadium. New hurler is the southpaw Alex Buchanan. He wears number 30 from Park University of Arizona. Native of Castle Rock, Washington, on the season with the Pickles. 11 innings, 7 games, 1-0. 8 walks, 7 strikeouts, a 12.27 ERA, and opponents hitting .340 against Alex Buchanan, the soft-throwing left-hander. Parker Burt standing in against this southpaw. 92 pitches for Ari Kligman. Buchanan nods his approval to his catcher, Braden Gutierrez. Looks back to second. His first offering of the ball game is fouled away by Parker, 0-1. Parker today, 1 for 2, an RBI single in the first inning, a ground out in the 4th inning. Buchanan, a little more heavy set, but that's been effective for some pitchers. 0-1, breaking ball outside, 1-1, most notably CC Sabathia. He actually famously had an interview where he said he lost a bunch of weight, was feeling really good, but he lost like 5 miles an hour on his fastball velocity during spring training. 1-1, wave and a miss, weakly by Parker. It's 1-2. And so, especially in a sport like baseball, you certainly use your body type to your advantage. A balk? No, a timer violation going to be called here on Parker Burt. He's indignant. They're going to say that Parker is out. He's arguing with Henry DeJesus saying, man, can you help me out here? And Parker Burt down on strikes because Kyle Sisk really quick trigger with his timer. I vote that we abolish the pitch timer in games like this. Come on. Wave and a miss by Max Workman. I mean, that's not great. Parker, unfortunately, according to Kyle Sisk, was not engaged in the batter's box in time. 0-1, slow breaking ball, cut on and missed by Workman. He's swinging to try to send it out towards the left field bullpen. 0-2. Quick check of the base runners. 0-2 from Buchanan. Line drive back up the middle. Tyson running hard. He's going to get a late stop sign from Coach Crustangel. Single for Max Workman, his first hit of the night, his third as a Pippin. Bases are loaded for Yakima Valley. There's Brandon Stone. Just an observation here as Stone digs in. It's amazing to me how bright white the pitchers' uniforms are out on the hill compared to the infielders. I mean, they almost look like cream uniforms with the infielders and the amount of dirt they have on them right now. First pitch, a strike on the outer half of the plate, 81 miles an hour from Buchanan, 0-1. Can't imagine Buchanan will be used very long out of the bullpen just because of his velocity, so likely just a mop-up guy here in the 6th inning. 0-1. This is just down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch on the way from Buchanan. Fastball outside, 2-1. Stone is 1 for 2, a single in the 5th. Fly out in the 2nd. 2-1, popped up behind the plate, 2-2. "13-1 the score. Pippins have bases loaded, 2 down. 2-2 from Alex Buchanan. Backed away Stone. The count going to run full. No place to put Stone. Well, I think my underbid for the 3:03 game time that Mike Checks asked me when I got here is going to miss. Bases full of Yakima Valley Pippins. Payoff pitch, wave, and a miss. Stone chases way outside. Buchanan strikes out a pair in the top half of the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit for Yakima Valley, no errors by the Pickles, and 3 very important base runners left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 13-1 Portland. This is Pippins Baseball.
All right, it's the worst of the brand put after learning with numbers here. Giving it apparently. Finding medical care, blah, blah, blah. That's why the Pickles are proud to announce their partnership with Accident Care Chiropractic. The official chiropractor out the Portland Pickles. There was 25 locations for the state-of-the-art facilities are built for treatment with immediate symptoms of whiplash, ensuring a straight. You've been involved in a car accident or work-related injury. Just sit here tonight and let them help you. Cinnamon is proud to be the official cider of the Pickles. Cinnamon cider is made with Oregon-grown apples. It's all natural like cake air. Extra dope to choose VA with artificial flavors or chemical adjuncts. Drink better. Drink natural. Drink Cinnamon all season long. Your patience is now rewarded via a mere 3 outs away from Launchable. If you have a Launchable or multiple Launchables or know someone or see someone holding a Launchable, make your way over to the left field foul pole or inform them to do so immediately. Maybe your friend or neighbor has a Lunchable and you want to tell them it's time to go Lunchable. Immediately.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Jackson Ferris still in the game for Yakima Valley after getting the final out of the 5th. Gave up a double before that. So 3 pitches to the name of Jackson Ferris, working hopefully through a couple of innings here. First pitch strike right at the knees, 0-1. It's Brady McKay, Masa Chilcutt, and Cody Niedowitz, 9-1-2 due up for the Pickles. Oh, 1. Nice 2-seam right back across the heart of the plate. 0-2. That pitch had some nice movement. Ferris, an incoming freshman to Yakima Valley College. 0-2, tap back up the middle. Aoki on the shortstop side of second base. Throw on to first. It bounces away. Not far enough to advance McKay, but that's going to be an infield single because Aoki was playing on the wrong side of the bag for his second base position.
49.
Masa Chilcutt will hit with a man at first. Nobody out. Well, Ferris got the ground ball he wanted, just in a spot where it was going to be a tough play. Disengagement used by Ferris, and Henry DeJesus going to run out with Jackson Upton to have a chat with the new right-hander. Upton probably going over some signs with Ferris. This is the first time that Ferris has pitched as a Pippin. So, still 0-0 on Chilka. We haven't had a pitch yet. First offering just misses down and in. 1-0. Under the light power indeed here at Walker Stadium. That faint glow has disappeared that I was talking about earlier in the broadcast. 1-0 downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Makes me sad to see Ferris wearing number 26. That was Daichi Furuhata's number for most of the summer. 2-0, tapper back towards the hill. Ferris looks to second, but he will stay and go to first. Thought about trying to get the lead runner, but thought better of it. Chilcutt down 1-3. Brady McKay moves on to second. Here's Cody Niedowitz. Niedowitz, 2 singles, 2 walks, 4 runs scored. First pitch, high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Niedowitz singled in the first and the third, walked in the second and the fifth, scored in all those times, stole a base in the second, reached second on a balk in the fifth. 1-0, strike on the bottom corner, away from the left-handed batter, Cody Niedowitz, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, set at the belt. Here comes the pitch from Ferris. It rides inside, does not hit Niedowitz, but it goes all the way to the backstop. Niedowitz got out of the way, and that getting away, not hitting him, means that moving up to third is Brady McKay. I don't know how Niedowitz avoided getting hit with that baseball. 2 balls and a strike is the count. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-1, Upton unable to steal a strike back across the plate. It was outside, 3-1. Three-one pitch, pounded foul up against the netting in front of the first base dugout. Count 3-2.
You like the long ball still, by the way. You haven't figured that out. Get on over there.
Not yet to the late innings. More and more, my under of the 3-hour and 3-minute time given to me by Mike Checks is looking a little bit off. 3-2, called strike 3, top of the zone. Niedowitz tossed the bat away. It was a strike. Niedowitz down on strikes. That's strikeout number 1 for Ferris as a Yakima Valley Pippin. Ty Malt digging in. 6 RBI for MD Connor, who follows Kai Malt. Kai Malt has 2. So 8 of the 13 runs driven in off these 2. First pitch, grounder onto third. Gupta, a strong throw across to first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on for Portland. That leadoff single does not come back to hurt Yakima Valley. And we go to the late innings here at Walker Stadium. 13-1 Pickles lead. This is Pippins Baseball.
1-2, go. 1-2, go. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2, go. Boy, you can't do it over there. You got to do that wailing stuff. Launch those balls. 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 High. Launch those three. Launch those two. Now, touchdown. Touchdown will tell you from the six lead over one. That's the play. Touchdown. Today's on so hard. Thank you very much. At the top of the seventh for the open.
Top of the seventh inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Harmon Johnsen with you. Portland leading 13-1 as the Pippins send up 7, 8, and 9 in their batting order, starting with Brennan Aoki. Alex Buchanan still out there for the Pickles after getting 2 outs in the top half of the sixth. First offering, high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Portland wearing their home whites with Pickles and block across the chest in navy. Navy caps as well. 1-0 out of the windup for Buchanan. High and away again, 2 balls, no strikes. Pippins wearing blue tops, white numerals, white Pippins and block on the chest, and gray pants to go along with blue lids. Two balls and no strikes. Buchanan glove in the face, down to the belt, out of the windup, 2-0. There's a strike. Hummed in at 82, 2-1. Pippins down by 12. 1 run on 4 hits. Portland 13 runs, 12 hits. 2-1. Foul tip into the mitt, 2-2. During the half inning, Coach Crustangel had a pretty long discussion with Kyle Sisk and Henry DeJesus about the timer violation that Parker Burt was called out on strikes on. 2-2.
Yes.
First pitch is strike to Jackson Upton. Brennan Aoki on at first. Sorry about that. I had a battery pack that they were powering my stuff with, and it died. Oh, 1 outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex Buchanan allows a man aboard. We'll catch back up here on what happened. Aoki drawing the walk. So 1-1. Upton drills it out towards left center field. Chilcutt and Malt coming together. It drops on the warning track. Rounding on his way to third is Brennan Aoki. Sliding into second. Upton is out. Outfield assist as Upton's double turns into a single with an out. Brennan Aoki at third, but Upton a little bit greedy, trying to advance on to second. One down. Outfield assist coming in from Chilcutt, I believe it was, the left fielder. First pitch high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, 7-6-4 is the put out there. Chilcutt to McNeil to McKay. 1-0. This bounces, but stays close to the plate. Aoki staying at third. Walker Stadium's fence is not quite as deep as most places. Upton probably thought that was a double all the way, but to his surprise, he's out at second. 2-0. Pitch just misses below the zone. 3 balls and no strikes. Buchanan set at the belt, man at third. 3-0 pitch to Cole French. That's taken for a strike. Well, the Jackery battery pack that I was plugged into died. I guess that's a sign to how long the game's going. Coming up on the 3-hour mark. We had plugged stuff in about an hour and a half before the game. So maybe tomorrow I'll leave everything off for a while. 3-1. Wave and a miss on an outside fastball. 3-2. So the count full, 1 down. Man at third, Brennan Aoki. Maybe the board was just telling me to call it quits for the night. Payoff pitch from Buchanan. Drilled out towards short. McNeil going to concede the run. The throw pulls Connor off the bag. That's a throwing error on Elijah McNeil. The Pippins score a run. It's 13-2. And safe at first is Cole French. McNeil just a little bit too casual with that. He threw it wide of first base. Back to the top of the order, Tyson Miller. First pitch, wave and a miss. 0-1. Tyson today, 1 for 2. Single flyout walk. He's scored one of Yakima Valley's 2 runs. Oh, 1. Down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyson, a lefty-lefty matchup here against Buchanan. The only one of those. 1-1 bounces in. Down at the feet. French not going anywhere, though. 2 balls and a strike. Two one brushes Tyson back. 3 balls and a strike. Buchanan 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 total inning now with the out by Upton out there at second. Three one outside, ball 4. Maybe low as well. Couple of walks issued here in the 7th inning by Buchanan. Out to the hill. Buchanan, Gutierrez, pitching coach for Portland as well, ahead of a Tommy Lamb at bat. Scores from around the West Coast League. A lot of finals. In fact, everybody final except Nanaimo and us. 10-4. Kelowna takes down Port Angeles. Wenatchee 5-2 over Victoria. So Wenatchee continues to pad their lead in the 1 seed area. Kelowna stays alive. Port Angeles now with a maximum of 13 wins on the season, potentially. Walla Walla takes down the Marion Berries. They keep pace up in the first place race. Springfield takes down Bend 11-2. Corvallis takes down Ridgefield. Raptors now in danger of the 3 seed. Edmonton takes down Bellingham at Joe Martin Field 5-4. Edmonton able to stay alive. First pitch fouled back by Tommy Lamb, 0-1. Tommy today 0 for 2, fly out and a strikeout. He walked, but was out at the plate 2-6-2. Parker was stealing second. Portland was not fazed by the stolen base attempt. Oh, 1, wave and a miss by Tommy. It's 0-2.
For Mike's Walker Stadium. Let's get
Buchanan looking for a third strikeout. The first was a timer violation. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. This is behind the dish. Will it stay in play? No, it'll bounce into the stands. 0-2.
They couldn't do it with the red dice earlier, but they got that one.
Flag's hanging limp out in left center field, but there's definitely still some wind around the ballpark. Another 0-2. High.
Hey, Eric, hold it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
We have your debit card. Why are we being debit card? Let me party that.
One, two, lifted over the head of the third baseman, Stroop down the left field line. Here comes Cole French trying to score. He will do so. Tommy Lamb with an RBI double. Tyson Miller up to third. Pippins make it a 10-run game. It's 13-3. Good to see Tommy continue to get meaningful hits. Lamb with his first double in what feels like a century. He had 2 singles against Corvallis on the first of the month. First pitch, this is out towards third. Another run's going to come home. Josh Gupta, an RBI ground out, 5-3. Miller scores. It's now a single-digit deficit, 13-4. Lamb stayed put out at second base because the ball is in front of him. 2 down, 3 runs home in this 7th inning for Yakima Valley. Parker Burt, 1 for 3. First pitch swung on, high hop off the hill. McKay backhand, sets his feet, catcher running, out 3 recorded. Stretch time here at Walker Stadium. Yakima Valley, a positive top half of the 7th. 3 runs come home on only 2 hits. There was 1 error by the Pickles. There was 1 man left on base. Enjoy the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back.
Walker Stadium, 5 cent beer nights. Having a good time? Having fun? Good on you. Glad you're here, Pickle Nation. So Monday. Okay. Monday. I'm from Idaho. Go way off the bottom of the seventh for your little Pickles. Yeah. D. Yeah.
Bottom of the seventh inning here at Portland's Walker Stadium. Still Jackson Ferris out there for the Yakima Valley Pippins. MD Connor digs in. He had a 3-run home run his last time up in the fifth inning. First pitch swung on, lifted over the netting, and foul.
Well, winner of tonight's
0-1.
will take home 190 split. I reckon dollars.
It's 13-4 after the Pippins get 3 runs on 2 hits and an error. Oh, 1 breaking ball, caught the outer part of the plate. It's 0-2. Ferris looking good in his debut with Yakima Valley. 0-2 pitch. Fastball spiked. 1-2. MD Connor. Wow, what a night. RBI single, sacrifice fly, RBI single, 3-run home run. That's 6 RBI. That's a 3-for-3 day. 1-2, line caught by Aoki. Another one that Aoki able to stab before it goes by his head. Connor out for the first time tonight. Or second time, I should say. He had a sacrifice fly, but that one doesn't go against his at-bats. Just past 10 o'clock here at Walker Stadium. Elijah McNeil 0 for 2. Couple of walks, couple of runs scored, fly out and a strikeout. First pitch brushes McNeil back, 1-0. Gus Musial, pretty good last outing for him. Unless he surprises me and pitches again on Wednesday. 1-0. There's a strike at the top of the zone. 1-1. He throws 83 pitches. 1-1 the count, 1 out. This rides inside. This hit him. Elijah McNeil on base for the third time. Here comes Grafton Stroop. Stroop, 1 for 4. 2 strikeouts, a flyout, and a single. He would later score a run in that second inning when he got the hit. First pitch. That's check swing. Called a strike, though. 0-1. Well, unless the Pippins can continue to build on the 7th inning, I think we can all agree that we wouldn't mind if these final 3 innings fly by. 0-1 downstairs, 1-1. Already a late night with the later start here at Portland. 7:18 p.m. was the time of first pitch. 1-1. Fastball outside, 2-1. Pippins do have someone playing catch down in their bullpen. I can rule out Hound Tanaka. He is throwing right-handed. Tanaka, the only lefty on the staff. 2-1, fouled out of play off on the left side, 2-2. (13-4) the score, 2-2 the count. McNeil at first. This is drilled out towards right field. This is going to bounce off the short wall and die on the warning track. McNeil gets the stop sign at third. A double for Grafton Stroop, 99 miles an hour off the bat. So Portland trying to get those runs right back that they gave up to Yakima Valley in the top half of the inning. As here comes Luis Castillo. First pitch from Ferris to Castillo, bends away, 1-0.
You got it. You got it.
It's been quite a few long nights like this for Yakima Valley. One-0. Castillo takes in tight. 2 balls, no strikes. "13 runs on 13 hits now after that double by Grafton Stroop for the Portland Pickles. 2-0 in across the shoe tops, 3-0. First base is open. "3-0. Castillo watches downstairs, ball 4. 4-pitch walk from Jackson Ferris. Springs up Braden Gutierrez. Well, the Pippins more runs tonight than they had in the previous 2 days combined. First pitch downstairs, 1-0.
A lot of numbers. It's great. Good question. Green ticket.
1-0. Ferris coming set at the belt. 1-0. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
5-4-6 9 0 0.
Ethan Salscheider heading out to the hill to have a chat with the right-hander. Pippins had another right-hander up and warming.
Responding you win. Here, it's no immediate. Look at that jersey on. Look at that.
14-3 the score. Tomorrow, same time, same place.
Lockout. What's the name? Harrison. $492 American dollars. There you go.
13-4 the score. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Yakima Valley. 13 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for Portland. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Meeting over on the hill. 2-0 misses downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. No place to put Braden Gutierrez. Ferris setting at the belt again. Doesn't check the runners. 3-0. Pitch bounces in, ball 4. Run's going to score. That's Gutierrez's second RBI tonight. That'll bring up Brady McKay. Okay. 14 runs, now on 13 hits for Portland. First pitch, a nubber off the hands. This will be caught by Stone. Call it an L or a P6, whatever you want to say. It was kind of a sinking line drive. Not very hard hit, only off the bat at 53 miles an hour. Either way, it's out number 2. We go back to the top of the order for Portland. Masa Chilcutt. First pitch. Misses just a touch downstairs, 1-0. Well, we're getting eerily close to the 3-hour, 3-minute mark set by Mike Chicks. I took the under, unfortunately. Looks like I'm going to be a loser. 1-0, misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Started the game at 7:18 p.m. It is 10-10. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. We need a lot of quick outs if I'm going to be a winner tonight. Bouncing ball off the glove of the pitcher Ferris. Out to second. Relay to first. Safe. Masa Chilcutt reaches. A run comes home to score. That's Grafton Stroop. This deflected off of Ferris's glove. Aoki had to reroute. Got it. Sent it to French, but it was a step late. So a hit for Masa Chilcutt. Bases still loaded. Castillo at third. Gutierrez at second. Now Chilcutt at first. Here's Cody Niedowitz, the 8th man to hit here in the 7th inning. First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One-zero. Breaking ball down and in across the shoe tops of Niedowitz. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, the trade deadline was today in the MLB, and a lot of movement happened right before the end of the window. 2-0. There's a fastball downstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put Cody Niedowitz. Three-zero. Taken for a strike. 3-1. Some of the biggest names acquired at the deadline. Luis Rise, no longer in San Francisco. Adley Rutschman, a West Coast leaguer, to the Red Sox. 3-1, misses outside. Ball 4, an RBI walk for Cody Niedowitz. Folks here at Walker Stadium are going to be tired of raising the chairs all night. They have the tradition where they raise chairs when they score, and the crowd slowly starts to thin out here with the massive outburst on the scoreboard by the Pickles. I'll be interested to see what the official attendance was tonight. Kai Malt is the 9th man to hit here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He takes a first pitch strike. So a rise goes to the Phillies. Rutschman to the Red Sox. Skubal, of course, to the Dodgers. Kevin Gausman went to the Chicago Cubs. He'll actually make his first start against his former team, the Blue Jays. 0-1, wave and a miss, 0-2. Padres picking up Casey Mize, Robbie Ray. Quite a few big deals working out there right at the end of the window. 0-2, wave and a miss by Kai Malt, and the inning comes to its conclusion. Portland gets 3 more runs. A lot of big numbers put up by the Pickles tonight. They get those 3 runs on 2 hits and no errors by Yakima Valley. 3 men left on base. 2 innings left to play here in Portland. It's 16-4. Pickles lead. This is Pippins Baseball.
We are going to highlight that Matt Franco is trying to eat 9 hot dogs for 9 years and 9 innings, everybody. 6-205. Trying to become a legend. We're up to 8? 8 dogs or 8 beers? 8 beers? How many dogs? 7 dogs. Okay, you're lagging behind. More beers than dogs. I don't know if that's good strategy, man. I would have got the dogs done early, so, but 206, do you believe in him? Do you believe he can do it? 205, you know? All right, we're going to round your hand or point here. It's got 2 dogs and 1 beer. Let's go. I believe in you, Max. Allison? Okay, good. If you do this, Franco, you got to get a tattoo with 9 hot dogs, 9 beers on your forehead. Hey, you got a pickle tattoo? You need those pickles tattoo, don't you?
Top of the 8th inning here at Walker Stadium in Portland. Yakima Valley trails at 16-4. Max Workman, Brandon Stone, Brennan Aoki due up here against Alex Buchanan, still out there working for the Pickles. Going out of the full windup here, Buchanan's first offering to Workman is taken upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. So Buchanan gives up the 3 runs in the top half of the 7th. His offense goes and gets them right back. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Portland in their final inning of offense will have MD Connor, Elijah McNeil, Grafton Stroop due up. Pippins trailing by 12 here. 2-0, that one called a strike. Caught the upper outer corner of the plate. 2-1 the count. Workman 1 for 3. Single strikeout. 2-1. Taken right at the top of the zone. This is well, I guess you can call it a fastball, maybe a changeup. 2-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Three-two popped up over on the left side. McNeil settling, waiting for it to come down. 1 down.
Now back for soft number 9, Brandon Stone.
Brandon Stone 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch, that's called a strike at the knees. 0-1.
They're gonna give that away. 25 cents.
1-1 high and away, 2 balls and a strike. Sorry about the silence. Had a clerical error. One of the numbers that was given to me for our new players, I misread. So I'll have to talk with our scorekeeper here in between innings and get stuff figured out. Two one called a strike. 2-2 here to Brandon Stone. It's the end of the year. 2-2, bouncing ball, foul. Two balls and two strikes with one out here in the top half of the eighth. That's bouncing in, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the entire time that we've thought that Ferris was pitching, this was actually our other new player, Zach Yeager. So I'll get that sorted out once we get to the half-inning break. Three-two. Called strike 3. Right on the bottom of the zone. Stone down looking, 2 away. Here's Aoki. He's 0 for 2. First pitch from Buchanan out of the windup. That's a called strike. $16 for the score. This game's off the rails. Pickles have one more chance on offense when we get to the bottom of the eighth. 0-1, cut on and missed. It's 0-2.
Strike Walker Stadium, get loud.
Out of the windup, the 0-2 pitch bounces in, 1-2. One and two. Aoki still alive here in the top half of the eighth. Pippins in danger of going down quietly. Out of the windup, 1-2 pitch, wave and a miss. Strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the eighth. Portland leads it 16-4.
Stand up with 6 Caroline. See that, Franco? Come on. Everything else. I can't forget there's nowhere. Hey, man, stop that up. What are you doing? Stop. Yes. Hello. Right here. Was in the spring. And spring became the summer. You would have been the and child, what you mean? Content. Right down Walker Stadium. Leading off the bottom of the eighth, number 29. And D. Gather.
Bottom of the eighth inning. My apologies. I'll get this fixed. Zach Yeager is the one pitching. First pitch fouled off the top of the screen from MD Connor. 0-1. This entire time, we thought that this was Jackson Ferris, but this is Zach Yeager. I get to take the blame for it because I'm the one that puts the numbers in the score sheet, but At the same time, I didn't get a chance to meet either one of them before the game. They showed up when we showed up, and I was upstairs, and then I was downstairs and never saw them. My check saying they're going to edit through the broadcast. This is live. 1-1 misses down 2-1. So, for Jaeger, my apologies. For Ferris, we're going to get the stats fixed, so this won't be on you. 2-1. This is called a strike on the outer part of the plate. 2-2. Henry DeJesus maybe trying to get this game over with. Two balls, two strikes. Jaeger bends one downstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So now I've got Gary, their official scorer, in a little bit of a frantic mode right now. Payoff pitch. Fouled back. 3-2 still. Oh, it's a Monday night. We don't play baseball on Monday normally in the West Coast League. Pippins playing on Monday for the second time. Payoff. Missed upstairs, ball 4. MD Connors aboard to lead off the 8th. Speaking of playing on Mondays, Portland actually played a doubleheader on a Monday this year. That was right before the All-Star game. That must have been interesting. Had to make up a couple games with the Bend Elks on a Monday. It was a doubleheader because their originally scheduled doubleheader got rained out. Elijah McNeil, 3 times on base. First pitch, down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. So again, just in case you're still listening along, this is Zach Yeager doing the throwing. I put them in the score sheet the wrong way. So that's why we had them mixed up. 1-0, high and tight, ball 2. But we will get it fixed. Two-0 from Yeager. Roped into the Pickles dugout. That looked like it got somebody. Still looking for the baseball. Maybe looking for who got hit, too. A little bit of concern down there for the Pickles dugout. We're going to play on. 2-1. Another one roped down the line. This one away from the dugout. 2-2. Did that get hop? Jim Hopple smiling down there. 2-2. Yeager gets weak contact off the end of the bat. French turned around. Nobody covered first base, so everybody's going to be safe. Infield hit for Elijah McNeil. French fielded it away from first base. Nobody went and covered the bag. Kind of an awkward slide out at second base for MD Connor. Third base coach for Portland out there. MD Connor, after that awkward slide, still standing out there at second base. So it looks like he's going to remain in the game.
Raptors.
Here's Grafton Stroop. Nobody out, 2 men on. First pitch, called a strike. Zach Yeager in the game. 0-1 misses outside. 1-1. One, cut and a miss inside. 1-2 strikes. One, two off the screen. Still 1-2. This game's off the rails. One, two, change up, called strike 3. Nice pitch from Yeager. Luis Castillo digs in.
Big round bracket.
Looks like we're getting a pinch hitter here. This is Nick Rodriguez. Castillo's day is done as the designated hitter. Rodriguez comes in. This bounces in 2-0. Castillo ends his night with 2 hits, 2 walks, and a on base via an error. 2-0, late swing and a miss, 2-1. Rodriguez making his debut with the Portland Pickles. 2-1, wave and a miss, 2-2. Zach Yeager looking for another strikeout. Had 1 in the 7th. Came in the 5th inning in relief of Gus Musial. 2-2, late swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. Yeager up to 3 of them. Actually, he has 4, but that probably is just because I know Gary's going through and fixing my mistake. So,
Great.
Braden Gutierrez, 2 RBI. First pitch taken for a strike. Yeah, Yeager 4 strikeouts. Here we go. A 1, wave and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Yeager can strike out the side. First and second, the situation for the base runners. Portland leading at 16-4. 0-2, outside, 1-2 strikes.
There go. There go. There go. There go.
1-2, drilled out towards left. Workman back, not getting this one. 3-run bomb for Braden Gutierrez. Even more salt in the wound as it's now 19-4. Second 3-run home run of the night. That was 383 feet off the bat, 96 miles an hour.
Bring it in. Hey!
Here's Brady McKay. Yeager gets a swing and a foul tip for strike one. Oh, 1 fouled away, and 0-2. Brady McKay is 1 for 4. Yeager set at the belt. 0-2. Bouncing ball foul down the third baseline. 19-4 the score. Portland's put up 3 runs in 3 innings tonight, 4-2 and 2-1. 0-2 skips in, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you are.
Pippins in the 9th inning, Upton, French, and Miller. 1-2. Downstairs. Brandon Stone, hands on his knees out at short. It's been a long night. 2-2. It's going to get even longer as this is stung into center field for a base hit. A 7th trip through the order for Portland begins here at Masachilka. That came off the bat at 91 miles an hour. First pitch lined at Aoki and caught. That's Yash Gupta, third base, not second base. L5. How fitting. Masachilka lines out on the first pitch he sees in the first inning. He's going to line out on the last offensive swing for Portland tonight. 3 more runs for the Pickles. They lead at 19-4 going to the 9th.
Slow down. You gotta wait for the team to slow down. Slow it down. We're busy right now, so can't give you the proper attention.
Top of the ninth inning here at Walker Stadium. New pitcher into the game for the Portland Pickles, Bryce Buscaglia. 21.6 ERA in 3 1/3 innings over 2 games. 412 batting average against. Jackson Upton takes a first pitch strike from Buscaglia. Upton, French, and Miller.
Get your last here, too. Here in Walker Stadium. Franco.
0-1 the count. Did he go around? No, it's 1-1. Buchanan, 50 pitches, came in the 6th inning, got 2 outs, and then worked the next 2 frames. So 2 2/3 for him. 1-1, cut on and missed at the bottom of the strike zone, 1-2. This place is emptied out here at Walker Stadium, due in large part to the scoreboard, 19-4 in favor of the Pickles. 1-2, wave and a miss, breaking ball, got Jackson Upton. 1 down.
You got 2 outs, Franco. Hang it in there. It's like your life over there.
Here's Cole French. First pitch upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Hudson Freeze has grabbed a bat in the on-deck circle for Yakima Valley. He'll pinch hit for Tyson Miller. One 0 skips in, 2 balls, no strikes.
That's right.
2-0. Called a strike at the top of the zone.
No, I guess I was wrong.
Buscaglia, 2 balls and a strike. Below the zone, 3-1. Cole French trying to draw a walk. Three-1 to the Pippins 9-hole hitter. Downstairs, ball 4. Number 9 hitter aboard, Cole French. Here comes Hudson Freeze, pinch hitting for Yakima Valley. Freeze got an at-bat in all 3 games of the Corvallis series. Hudson, a Yakima native. First pitch is strike. So Freeze decked out in the light blue, kind of fitting for his namesake. A 1 taken for a strike.
Get down to the wire here, Franco. What do you think, buddy? 1 bite and half of the year, everybody. Let's hear it for him.
No balls and 2 strikes here to Huddy. Does not have a hit on the road, but does have a walk. He's going to strike out at the top of the zone. 2 down, man at first. Here comes Tommy Lamb.
All right, if you're able, Walker Stadium, let me get in your feet. Get this one across the finish line, 1 out away.
This has been a marathon of a game. Started at 7:18. It's quarter till 11. First pitch, wave and a miss. A 1 down into center field for a base hit. Tommy Lamb picks up hit number 2 on the day. I think Portland's got somebody trying to do the 999 challenge. He's behind the 8 ball right now. He needs to finish the last swig of beer. That hit keeps the game alive. Oh, he's chugging that beer. Chugging his final swigs. Gupta takes the first pitch strike. Looks like the fan got it done. That base hit helped out the man over there along the third base line complete a 999 challenge. Breaking ball downstairs, 1-1.
9-9.
Those were legit hot dogs and beers, too. Those weren't fake small hot dogs. 1-1. Popped a mile high into foul territory on the left side. McNeil giving chase. This will bounce off of one of the buildings down the left side. The count 1-2.
Let's go, Pick.
Pippins down to their final strike here. One, two. Breaking ball laid off. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We got a free Pickles shot for you, Franco, if you want it.
2-2. Popped out of play.
Oh, yeah.
Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think the crowd here now trying to get that man that did the 999 to take a pickle shot. That's disgusting. 2-2. Bounces high, bounces over the backstop netting. Out of play. The Pippins are going to get the bases anyway. So the count 3-0. Wild pitch moves up the runners. Tommy stands at second, French at third.
Party today. Pickles on the board.
Payoff, flown out towards right field. This is going to get out of play and into the berm. Still 3-2. Full count for the 3rd time. Popped up. This one back towards the press box here. This one down onto the concrete of the concourse. Count still full. Pippins trailing 19-4. Down to their final strike still. Parker Burt waiting on deck. Payoff. Line drive. Off the glove of McNeil out at, or that's McKay. Scoring, coming home, Cole French. Had a defensive switch out there in the field for Portland. French scores. It's 19-5. Tommy Lamb moves up to third. Here's Parker Burt. First pitch taken for a strike at the knees. 0-1. Looks like that went down as a hit. 0-1 upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gupta picks up a single and an RBI. Looks like McNeil and McKay are now opposite of each other. McKay was playing second most of the day. Now he's at short. 1-1 downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. This bounces in. 3 balls and a strike. Pippins continue to stay alive here. 1 run home. Runners at the corners. Got Max Workman waiting in the wings on deck. Three-one line back up the middle. This is a base hit. Tommy Lamb comes home to score. That's Parker's second RBI single of the night. Good to see Parker get a couple of hits here in Portland. He only had one hit during the stay in Corvallis. Here's Max Workman. First pitch, waving and missing. Outside fastball, strike one. Tomorrow, game 2, same time, same place, hoping for a little bit different of a result. A 1, there's a strike hard of the plate, 0-2. The Pippins down to their final strike. Workman today, 1 for 4. Buscalia, 0-2. A mile high, foul out towards left field. That ball hung up there for quite a while. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Buscalia set at the letters. Deep breath, exhale. The 0-2 up and in, buzzes the tower. Count remaining, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Go.
Here it comes from Buscalia. 1-2, popped and fouled away. Workman continues to stay alive. Approaching the 11 o'clock hour here at Walker Stadium.
Get loud. Let's go.
Ball, 2 strikes. Buscalia on the ground, foul. Right down the left field line.
Break up, break up.
Workman continuing to stay alive.
Crash the whole thing. Break up, break up, break up.
2 runs home here in the inning for Yakima Valley. One, 2. Lifted to center field. Malt charging. Malt settling. Malt makes the catch. And Portland is victorious. This one wraps up at 10:53 p.m. A marathon of a ball game. Portland takes game 1, 19-6. For everybody involved with the Yakima Valley Pippins, I'm Harmon Johnsen, signing off for now, saying stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow for game 2 of the Pickles and Pippins series. Final score in this one, Portland 19, Yakima Valley 6. You've been listening